What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Files, welcoming you to another edition of Lyle's Figure Files. Happy Thursday. One more day till we kick off the weekend. And there's been a lot of stuff going on this week. As usual, the biggest disappointment for me was not the price of the Marvel Legends Maximum Series Spider-Man, but the fact that the G.I. Joe live stream that was set for next Tuesday got pushed all the way back to March 18th. That was a blow. But the rest of the week has been pretty exciting. Lots of cool things dropped. Some things came on sale completely unexpectedly. And there's a big controversy, big dilemma, of course. I'm going to get into that later on. I'm going to be joined by my guy, Mega J Retro. And we're going to do the giveaway, the G.I. Joe Classified Series, Tiger Force, Tripwire, and Roadblock. All that's still to come. Let's see who all is here. What's up to everybody so far? And let me start as usual by thanking the Lyle's Figure Files VIP members, Lost and Wallace, Blake Tarpley, David Thanos, John Morrissey, Retro Robo, Jamelin Parks, James Green, LTT Lions BK, Robert Hayes, Nathan William, Jay Woods, Ryan Daly, Tom Finn 2018, Henry G, and MOC Turtle. Thank you all so much for backing this channel and supporting all these endeavors that I'm doing to try to crank out more and more videos for you with some cool different stuff. Hope you all are appreciating it. All right, so let's say what's up to everybody here in the chat. Snake Eyes, howdy partner. Justin Huber, the movie guy. Hey, good evening everybody. Jeff, how's it hanging? Pretty good. I'm all locked in. Tomorrow, me and the missus, we're going to have a special Valentine's Day date. We're going to go see Captain America Brave New World. So if you have already seen it, no spoilers. Thank you. All right. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I have steered very clear and far away from everything. I'm going to the movies not knowing as little as possible. So still excited about it, despite what else anybody else says about it. David Thanos. Hey, yo. And, oh, man. So exciting news coming up. And that reminds me I need to get this picture about something that just dropped. And I am so excited about for my wrestling figure collection. It's going to be so exciting. So really looking forward to that one. If I could just, there we go. Pull up that picture and download it, and it'll be all set to run for later on. Gonna make that some more immediate news because I was very excited to see this development pop out. Let's see here. Go ahead and throw that in right now. There we go. All set. G Brew. Greetings, everyone. How are you, G Brew? Agent of Gen Z. Well, I'm sipping on Dave and ready for you. Top Fit 2018. Looking forward to this live chat with Lyle Jeffries. He's one of my favorite YouTube creators. I feel like maybe I should make that my alter ego when I go off the cuff and go super blue talking about things that other collectors just don't like to talk about. Maybe I'll do that. Because, yeah, the Lyle thing is amazing. So amazing. Maybe I should put my name on here when I'm not addressing comments. Ryan Daly, even folks. What's up, Ryan? How are you? Blake says, let's not talk about Maximum Spider-Man tonight. I'm so bored with all of it already. Also, what's up, Jeff? In the chat. Brian P. Yeah, Facebook was just blowing up about it. And I was like, oh, boy. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Tom Finn. Let's combine the two Marvel Legends Heat Magnets and call it either Hazmax or Max Lab. Kelly Cox. Hey, Jeff. Hey, everyone. Hey, Kelly. How are you? Jamelin Parks. Hey, yo. It's one more for the good guys. Undercover Colton. Hey, everyone. Been a little while. Welcome back. Road Pig John. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello. How are you? King Collector's here. The king is in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up? I still haven't finished putting together the clips of last night's Lyle's Movie Files show, but you've missed it. I will make sure to throw it on here onto this channel. But wow, it was inspired, fun discussion about the Super Bowl halftime show. Jibro, well, my grandmother has colon and liver cancer. We found out for sure today. Her birthday is Saturday. It might be the last one she'll ever have. I'm pretty down about it. I am absolutely sure that must suck. Sorry to hear about that. And I hope you really have some cool memories Saturday, because, you know, in the end, that's what we all have. So hopefully it'll be a nice time Saturday. Justin, Huber, the movie guy. February is almost over. Can't wait for March. Hopefully cold flu season will end. But wait, there's April. I mean, colds basically seem to come whenever. I'm almost done with this one. Devin B. What up, Goatman? So I saw the picture of the Masters of the Universe cartoon Goatman. I think it'll be fine for a figure. I mean, for a movie, but we'll see. I have to send that to Chief so he can see exactly what Goatman is going to look like. Blake. Jeff, one spoiler for Captain America. It's a very romantic movie, so perfect for the day. That's what I'm thinking. She's going to love it. Brian P., I heard that in the new Captain America movie, Falcon is Captain America. Let's see. Christopher, what's up? I saved that for later on in the chat, but I'm definitely going to do it. Agent Gen Z, no change to the display. You might just see more of it, but this is how it's been for a while. Yeah, probably for a couple months now. Vin Doom. Evening Figure Files crew, my main man, 3 stacks, Jeffrey. What it is, my wife and I are also going to see Captain America. Nice. Top it. He couldn't be your favorite YouTuber if you don't know his name. Nice. Yeah, been doing that. That's perfect. It's a perfect Valentine's Day movie. Maurice, good times on all. What's up, Maurice? How are you, my man? Nameless Void 53. The GOAT uploaded. Black Void. Isn't this supposed to be the month of love and friendship? Absolutely. Justin, I'll wait for Brave New World to release on Disney Plus. Speaking of Cap, it's his 85th anniversary. Where's the anniversary stuff for Legends? You know, they don't do very well on anniversary stuff. We might get a few sprinkles of new figures, but I really felt like with the 60th anniversary of the X-Men, it seemed a perfect opportunity to give us the box set of the original 5 X-Men. And that came and it went, and we got the training suits for the Uncanny X-Men number 275, but that was it, which was kind of like, I guess if you wanted to get a little throwback action, that was as far back as it went. But yeah, still on the table. I don't know what they're going to do for Cap, though. I mean, what would you like to see for an 85th anniversary for him? Henry G. What's up, Jeff? My favorite Fouls brethren. Hope all are doing well. What's up, man? How are you? Agent of Gen Z. I'm going to start that one, too. Let's see. Retro Robo. What's up, Jeff and crew? Why do I feel like this stream is going to be like the old meme of the guy pulling up with a folding chair like it's about to be like, oh, yeah. Just Jason Momoa, right? Yeah, it's you know, we're sensible crews. I don't know if it's going to be that wild and that crazy. Hopefully it'll be a positive discussion, because I really want to know. Because I feel like over the course of this week, I just feel like there are a lot of people collecting that might need to stop, or getting so worked up about it. We're talking about action figures. Blake says, Jeff, Goatman is actually pretty sinister looking, like the devil from Legend of Mephisto. Yeah, I mean, he looked like a pretty decent looking character. Let me see here. Since some of you all did not know the full-on discourse yesterday about Goatman. Goatman looks like he's pretty sinister, like you said, cool looking dude. So there's Goatman, and the Beast of the Mountain from Game of Thrones is gonna be playing him. So it looks like he could do some damage. That's fine. Looking forward to it still. Goatman is Bush. Oh man, that see, it's like the long inside joke, but man, it was funny. Name was Void 53. I haven't seen Brave New World yet. I'm excited. Me too. Undercover Golden. I'm excited to get Rom and Adam Warlock, but I'm basically out of room on my vendor's display. Got to be very picky with who I buy now. Yeah, that is so true. It's like I'm going to have to figure out a whole new display. Do y'all have that problem where like your main display is done? And then it's like, all right, well, time to get creative. Here's an offshoot wing to the display. Like, I'm pretty sure this is going to change up maybe as soon as the next time I'm doing a live, because I realize I've got a lot more DC McFarlane figures that I was not anticipating buying. So the DC Essentials might be relocated, and yeah, I'm going to do some changes because I have a lot more. Speaking of a lot more, I finally got this guy, Geoforce, unboxed. You'll see the pictures and the review up real soon on LylesMovieFiles.com. It's pretty cool. His head is massive, though. It's like, what the heck is going on with this thing? It is a full-on melon, and it is way too big. I mean, it looks scaled with his body, but it just looks gargantuan next to some of the other ones. So, good times. There you go. Gotta make sure you don't fall midway through. Robert, hey, sorry I'm late, Figure Fam. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. What toilet shoelace? Push. Oh boy, good stuff. Retro Robo. Glad to hear about Cap taking my lady on Saturday. Nice. Agent of Gen Z, but they did a whole Spider-Man anniversary. What do they do for the Spider-Man anniversary? I mean, Spider-Man he's one of the few outside of, I guess, the X-Men that gets regular releases every year. And I mean, so his anniversary stuff is just basically, here's their normal rollout of Spider-Man stuff. We'll slap a little anniversary thing on it. But it wasn't like, here's some of the great moments in Spider-Man lore. I mean, I thought the Avengers campaign, Beyond Earth's Mightiest, that felt like a real celebration of various eras of the Avengers, but we haven't seen that from like the X-Men or Spider-Man. I guess Wolverine had a decent one, but not so much for Spider-Man. Maurice, original X-Men box set would have definitely got my money. Absolutely. Blake, I don't know anything about the movie, but I was thinking and hoping for a ridiculous destruction scene like Hulk versus Hulkbuster, Man of Steel, of Hulk versus Abomination level action scene with the Hulk. Yeah, that was fun. Michael Solis, it's Figure Files time. Oh yeah, it is. David Thanos, I did see your picture. I'm jealous now. Just got my Boss Man and Bam Bam Ultimate Coliseum collection. Big Rubber Guys Ric Flair belt. Does the belt actually go on him too? Woo! My Walmart clearance haul and Garrett, Adam, and Robin superpowers. My fave is Ultimate Edition Bam Bam. Bam! Bam! That's cool. I was going to ask which one is your favorite. You've been watching me too long. G-Room. I have a main X-Men figure display and a main X-Men statue display. They're also mini satellite because they're definitely one where, you can have your X-Men, but then there are all these different offshoot X-Men teams. And then if you collect all the different iterations of the X-Men themselves, blue and gold, the Utopia era, astonishing X-Men, there's just so many. I'm trying to think that said that. Yeah, I did take these pictures. Let me see how fast I can find them. So yes, great, perfect. So I finally, guys, I mentioned that I got the Marvel Legends cable from my affiliate Entertainment Earth, and I was really excited to get him because it seemed like all hope was totally lost. And I realized that We almost have a full team, another team. Now, I got my Angel, and I'm not at the point where I'm like, let me start experimenting. So I didn't do this yet, but it's really cool with Cable. You can do this team of astonishing X-Men. The one with Cyclops, X-Man, Jean is Phoenix, Wolverine, Cable, and on that cover he's holding up a spear. It's been too long since I read that art. I don't remember what it was. I borrowed the one from one of the Dora Milaje from the Black Panther movie. It's pretty similar likeness. And we have Angel in that red and white outfit. He's just wearing, he's still got his blue skin. So we do have an Angel with the blue skin and blonde hair from that box set from a few years back. I just haven't transplanted the head on it to see if it would work. But we actually have another team of X-Men complete. So that's kind of cool. I know it's totally random, but I was like, hey, look, they did another team. So congratulations, Marvel Legends team. We're getting teams completed. Justin, I had to take all my Joes down because Scarlet constantly fell. The figure is great, but it has bad feet. Really? Do you have the shelf elevator or something? Because Scarlet is really stable. Like most of the ones that I have the most problems standing are the eels, and I'm 100% sure it's because I have them on the flippers. But yeah, Scarlet's pretty simple for me. Maybe you got to bum Scarlet with the feet. Tom Finn. Finally found both versions of Geoforce at my local Target last week. I had pretty much given up. Yeah, which one did you get? Both of them? Maurice was lucky enough to get the Power Girl chase earlier this week. I was waiting in my pile of loot. Nice. So they let you know if you have the chase figure. That's pretty cool. Agent of Gen Z. So you're trying to tell me we'll never get a Hulk anniversary lineup. When's the Hulk's anniversary? Because I feel like no. Is Ultimate Cap still available? I don't think so. I mean, not for any kind of reasonable price point. Let me check for you. Ultimate Cap. But he's available in the sense of, yeah, you could get him, maybe not for the price you want to pay. He's $34.99. Now, I will say that figure is really sweet, and he's better than I thought. I mean, it's $10 more. I know people do not like paying more than $10 for their Marvel Legend figures now. But I think he's a good figure. I wouldn't feel terrible paying that price for him because he's a really good figure. Again, I was not expecting it to be that awesome. If you don't have a classic Cap, though, you might as well get the Secret Wars retro one. He's $25.99. It's interesting seeing Amazon start to change the prices of Marvel Legends from 24 to 25 based on how people are buying them. So, yeah. Blake, Jeff, before last night's stream ended, I was rewinding while live just to see Chief say that again. By the way, do not subscribe to Lyle's Movie Files if you hate laughing and crying or crying from laughing so much. Because, yeah, that show was really funny. And I'm not saying that because I was on it, but it was just a fun episode. Tom Finn, I received my Power Girl from GameStop today. What's your verdict? What do you think? Is she good? By the way, while we're talking about it, what all did y'all get this week? Best 8-inch figure in my collection. Nice. Very cool. So that's good stuff. I don't know anything about that one, Agent of Gen Z. Sorry, cannot even tell you my thoughts on that at all. Tom Finn, got a Platinum Power Girl in the standard versions of Cold and Gardner. Dude, that would be so terrible if I get the Platinum version of Power Girl. Because, with the other two, not the other two, I would be fine getting the Platinum version of Guy Gardner and then going to get the regular version. I have no need or interest for the chases or Platinum versions of Captain Cold or Power Girl. So really, really hope that's not the situation. Left TT Lions BK. Salutations, crew. What's up, man? How are you? Maurice, my experience of the original giant size up to Fall of the Mutants. Nice. So you have a much more controlled X-Men situation on your display, because I like the astonishing team that that gosh, Josh Whedon wrote, and I read it way after the fact, but I really enjoyed the Utopia era. There we go. That was solid stuff. It felt like the most sensible evolution of the X-Men. I bought the House of X characters, but I really quickly got out of it. I know G. Bruce says for most of it was solid, but I don't know. The fact that they kept coming back after getting killed was like, why am I reading this? And I know nobody stays dead in comic books anyway, but it really felt like a cheat reading it in that way. Jibru. The Archangel head will fit on the angel body. Tried it as soon as it got up. Perfect. I am glad to hear that. Hulk was 1962. Thank you, Ryan. Maurice. No, I saw the chase on sale and snagged it same day as the regular version came into stock. Okay, cool. We do. We need like a full-on Hulk wave, Undercover Colton. And, geez, Glenn Talbot, Thunderbolt Ross, Betty, Rick Jones, sung in the tune of Mike Jones. And, geez, who else? There's so many. Doc Samson, that's 5. Zaz could be your Build-A-Figure. And then, we got a whole other wave or box set of the UFOs. So we got them. Buy Beast is another one. There's a ton. So, I mean, and then that's not even including all the different colored Hulks that I don't want. But, I mean, so many more characters from Hulk that we could and probably should be getting at this point. Maurice just decided to check randomly when Big Bad Toy Store said they processed my pre-order, and added it to my pile. Nice. Then Doom says, hit that like button. Henry G. Power Girl is 8 inches. She is pretty tall. I think she's about the same height build as the Superwoman. So she's going to be taller than like her Nightfall Batman. I mean, Power Girl should not be that tall. Scale and McFarlane don't always get along well. But she looks pretty cool. And, she's going to be one of those flight stand exceptions to Scale because she really looks good. Brian P. I got NECA Vincent Price. Nice. Maurice. Also got a processing alert from the Bad Toy Store for my Frazetta Vampirella. Don't know how soon before it actually comes in, though. That's cool. Yeah, I've got a few. Because Hasbro Pulse is like, yo, your Clone Troopers and Super Battle Droid sets coming. And it's been like a couple weeks. They keep saying it's coming, but nothing yet. And they said that my, what's his face? Dark Miss Marvel, is coming. Speaking of Hasbro arrivals, I did get one new figure this week. This guy, Xandar, because he was going for stupid prices everywhere else, and Hasbro Pulse had him in stock, so made that move and got him. Pretty happy about it. So clean paint job, and looking forward to putting him with the rest of his family in the Dreadnought crew. They use Superwoman legs, so she towers over everyone. She's not my Superwoman. Sorry, I went old school Karen White on y'all there. Jibru, I got 4 arcade Sentinels and NECA Big Chow from Alien. Nice. Maurice, I picked up the Jim Lee 3-packs because they were going cheap at the time. Yeah, they were. They were crazily on sale at one point, and I got them too. Did you get them? Because I think some people actually saw them at Ollie's for $20, which was insane. Crazy deal. Then Doom, the Chameleon finally came in, and today the Page Punchers, Damian Wayne, and the 2-pack Squadron Supreme, Nighthawk, and Blur. Nice. I guess I haven't shown the Damian Wayne Page Puncher that I got courtesy of Henry G. Rock. He's too far, but I did get him. Very excited about that. Henry G. Is the Platinum Guy Gardner a Yellow Lantern? Honestly, I'm not familiar with that look. So after, let me see here. Let me just really quick. So he got kicked out of the Green Lantern Corps, and then he found a Sinestro ring. So he's like actually running around with a yellow lantern. I mean, a yellow ring. And it's a wild time, and while he is rocking that look, he is part of, let me see here. I'm trying to make sure I'm not telling you this incorrectly. but he wears it, yes, during his stint with Superman's Justice League, which does not last long because let me do it this way. Because right at that point, they where are you? I hate so much when you try to find something and then it's like not available right away on Amazon. Not Amazon, Google. I'm just scrolling through and there's a problem when a character shows up in a movie, then all of a sudden everything shifts away from the comic book to the darn movie. It's the worst. Anyway, they reformed the Justice League after the amazing Giffen, DeMatteis, Maguire, Adam Hughes, etc. run on Justice League. And Guy Gardner joined the team. Let's see. Dan Jurgens. That should trigger it and make it actually work. Great. There we go. I'll do it this way. So during that time, they were like Superman was part of the Justice League, and it was pretty fun. He wrote some of the characters a little bit different than what I wanted them, how they should have sounded, but they didn't last very long because Doomsday came and killed Superman. So this is the look of the team. I would love, love, love to see a Bloodwind figure, that color scheme with all white and the black and red cape, sweet, and then the black gloves. He would make such a great figure. Maxima, I mean, she'd be perfect for McFarlane because he likes to make his women taller anyway. So you can see Guy Gardner is in this outfit. That's what he was wearing when the Justice League went up against Doomsday. So he decimated this iteration of the Justice League. I know that was super long-winded, but so there's some real importance to him in that outfit. So he's part of a Justice League that came up against Doomsday, got destroyed. So there you go. And he's one of the few holdovers of that team that then goes on and stays with the team when Wonder Woman comes on board. And she takes over basically Superman's spot as the leader of the Justice League. Yeah, let's see if I could show you that. And the book it got a little weird, but Dan Jurgens did do a really, really fun run where he had them fight against this pocket dimension evil Justice League. That was great. So here is that look with Wonder Woman. So if you wanted to, you can see we've actually got a pretty decent haul of these figures from McFarlane Toys. We got Wonder Woman, Green, Fire. We got Blue Beetle. There's Guy Gardner in that outfit. Maxima changes her outfit, which is I'm not a fan of. It's just a boring look for her. And Booster Gold decides I want to be Iron Man, which is lame. But there's a reason for it because his power suit is damaged, so he doesn't have the same powers anymore. But anyway, long-winded response to you. So there you go. That's where that look is from. Felix, tremendously thankful Thursday jump in the Steam chat. That was a lot of tease. And I was able to do it without twisting my tongue. Damn. Hopefully you're having a great Thursday as well, Felix. Blake, Abomination, Betty Ross, all those characters in Earth's Mightiest Avengers, which I'm sure you will cover in your 3-part video retrospective. I do have the list, and I'm still watching. I just finished rewatching the episode where Yellow Jacket debuts. So great. Seriously, they covered and did every character perfect in that show. Just like, why can't we get that to go along with X-Men 97? Jay Winter, what's up? Hey, brother. Yesterday, my Christopher Reeve Superman came yesterday, and so did my Nike Foam Posits Galaxy. The 13-year-old me cried tears of joy. Best day ever. Sounds like a good haul, man. What color were your Foam Posits Galaxy shoes? From the Cube. You know, got to get the Cube. Really. Rick Jones and Doc Samson are the shoe I want the most. Undercover Colton says. We got to get Thunderbolt Ross, though. This whole, he's Red Hulk does not count. I want him in his all-out Army General outfit. That's the one I want to have going against Hulk, him and Glenn Talbot. So let's get them both. Retro Robo, DC Multiverse Suits, blue and red. Nice. I got that too, thanks to Lawston. San Diego Comic-Con Nightfall Batman. Nice. Platinum Wonder Woman, Icon, Lobo Space Hog, Doomsday vs. Superman 2-pack, Shazam, Marvel Legends Beyonder, Chameleon, Xandar and Leatherneck, you got an awesome haul. What's your favorite pickup this week? Jay Winter picked up the pre-order Maximum Spider-Man from Big Bad Toy Store. I don't care what people say. I can't wait to get him in hand. Hey, do you? Oh, Snake Eyes. I got NECA Alien Romulus Scorched Xenomorph figure. Nice. Jamelin. I was able to get an Action Marine Sniper, good old GameStop. Did you get a good sale for her? Yeah. Let's see on that. Jamelin. And it's not a figure, but my G.I. Joe Compendium set arrived. It is glorious. It's nice to have both that as well as a Battle Action Force Treasury set. Oh, I didn't know about this Battle Action Force set. Interesting. No access. No, I wasn't sure because I thought you said you have some connections over in the States and sometimes they hook you up with that kind of stuff. What's up, Roberts? How are you, my friend? Happy Thursday. Tom Finn, Jeffrey, I received that fantastic art today that I emailed you about a couple months ago. I remember it's every bit as good as it looked in the video. That is awesome. You got to send me the pictures because that looked amazing. And if it's as good as those videos made it seem, that's really cool. Now, this is absolutely something I hope we see this year. And that does not need to be a HasLab. I feel like through this pulse window that they're doing these limited runs of things, a fantastic card is absolutely something I want to see in 2025 for Marvel Legends. Excuse me. Jeeber, I don't have a lot of luck with Ross, but Ollie's tends to be solid. It helps that there's an Ollie's in my hometown. I'm closest to Ross is 40 minutes away. That would do a lot. Jimmy G picked up most of the retro Spidey wave at Target, except for Electro and Kane. No interest, or they didn't have them there. Arcade Signals came in. It must have come in for a lot of people. My buddies were saying he got two more sets. Guy Gardner, Platt at Walmart last night. A few Figure Arts Dragon Ball event exclusives came in. Nice. What was your favorite pickup this week? Vintage Bob. Hey, Jeffrey. Hey, gang. Just got home from work about 20 minutes ago and was ranting about the overpriced Spidey at DMB. I didn't get the notification for this live stream. Welcome aboard. Robert, I got a Secret War Spidey, Dark Miss Marvel, not Warbird, right? Mutton Junkyard for 30. Good deal. Action Force Series 5, Cartoon Ram Man, and She-Ra. Jamlin, guy also wore that suit in his first solo series. He did. I literally didn't read it. That's my only connection to that suit. But since it was so important in DC history, that was my connection to it. Brian says, for an 85th Captain America wave, Isaiah Bradley, Baron Blood. Yeah, we need him. He's one that I'm kind of surprised they haven't done yet. Porcupine, yeah, that'd be fine. Diamondback, is she rumored? I thought she might be rumored for this year. Black Mamba, Red Skull and Suit, yeah. Patriot, Build-A-Figure Anaconda, right. Yeah, we do need a lot more of the Serpent Society. And the problem was they've given us just enough to kind of wet our beaks like, all right, well, let's get some more. Man, but really, I think one of my never gonna get it shout out in Vogue is the Zodiac. Getting all 12 of them would be really fun. I wonder if they could get away with doing like 4 sets of 3 and just like, kind of parsing them out throughout the course of a year. Would that work? Would you all want to see them? If nothing else, we should get the man called Scorpio. Oh, an Absorbing Man. We need a better version of him. Immortal Hulk, also Worldbreaker Hulk, World War Hulk. Yes. Of course, Professor Hulk. We definitely need him. Okay, cool. Got some reading to do this weekend. Absolutely. There's good stuff there, Henry. Retro Robo. Almost forgot. Haven't opened it yet. But the Protector of Metropolis, a.k.a. not at all Clark Kent. Blake. I need a Rick Jones figure with a harmonica so I can have the best accessory ever to come with a Marvel Legend. Yes. Ray Paz. What's up, man? How are you? Let's see. Retro Robo. Jeff, check out Operation Monster Force, the general action figure. There's a head sculpt that looks a lot like classic General Thunderbolt Ross. I have seen that. And if we don't get one, feels like this should be the year to get a General Thunderbolt Ross figure based on his role in a certain big movie that's out now in theaters. I might have to make that move because he is Hulk's main villain. I mean, I know the leader's right there, but it's like, dude, Thunderbolt Ross is harassing him for issue after issue after issue for so long in that run. So yeah, I'm saving your question so I can put it in later, Ray, but I do have it. Let's see. Dark Knight 297, Jeff and the Figure Files crew. What's good, everyone? What's up, Dark Knight? How are you? Let's see here. TJ Jedi. What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. Henry G, do I think Hasbro will do a second wave for Secret Wars? They should. Maybe this time with characters that were prominently displayed in Secret Wars that weren't just an homage to the toy line. I know, yeah, we got Titanium, we got Beyonder from Secret Wars Modern Era. I'm still confused about that. But yeah, I mean, it was weird. I really think that they should do one focus more on the comic book. So give us the Wrecking Crew and their looks from that in size down, so they're not towering behemoth giants around the rest of our Marvel Legends. And Absorbing Man would be nice. A better molecule man with the head sculpt that's not, hey, I'm a pretty model dude. And maybe size him down. The one we have is too tall. Gorger 12, the Protector Metropolis is nearly perfect. Nice. All right, good deal. I'm caught up with the chat. Awesome. So let's do this. So earlier this week, Walmart had a flash sale that was insane. They were dropping figure prices everywhere. And so they had stuff like the Mega Man from Jada Toys, no more than $10.52. Fireman was $9.49. And I was like, wow, this is nuts. How are they doing this? How is this even possible? Then we had the Street Fighter figures from Jada Toys. I don't know. Does this mean Jada Toys is going out of business? Their figures are on clearance. $10.67 for Fei Long, $10.15 for Chun-Li and Ryu, $10.50. Really good deals. I hope a lot of you were able to take advantage of it. And it seems like Walmart was not messing around. The stuff is being shipped out to people. So I know some people got it yesterday. Some are getting it today. Some are getting them tomorrow. So hopefully you made out all right. I got Titania and Beyonder because they were like $11 each. So good deal on that. So hopefully you guys were able to take advantage of it. I tried to get the video out as soon as I could. I was like, oh man, I gotta hurry up because as I was recording, stuff was selling out. So hopefully you guys still managed to get some cool stuff. Lar A, what's up? General Ross is the banner as a homecoming vulture was to Parker. Put on steroids or gamma roids. Gorger, I need a Lois Lane to go with him. If they don't come out with one, I'm going to have to do it myself. What would you use for a Lois? Curious on that. Whoa. Where was that $10 Fei Long? Yeah, Walmart. It's crazy. Like, they had the first wave of Street Fighter, not Ken. So it was just those three. And they had wave 1 and 2 of the Mega Man figures for, like, that cheap price of $10. And they had, what else? Because it was a ton. Iron Grenadier bats for $11.99. A bunch of G.I. Joe stuff for pretty cheap, like around that price point, like around 11 to 15. Good deals there. A lot of Star Wars stuff was on sale. WWE stuff was on sale too. So it was just basically any line that you wanted, there was something on sale from it. They had the Studio Series Galvatron for $27. So it was just hurry up and get it before they sell out. And it was really fast. King Collector. I wish I could have got some of the Jada Mega Man figures. My thought is that it'll be back on sale later. The only question is when, because it was just so random. It's like, hey, here's a Kill Your Valentine's Day sale, and I don't know what's going on with it. It was not announced. It wasn't some special Walmart collector con savings deal. It was just like, here you go, and now they're back up to regular price. David Thanos, kudos to Walmart for getting stuff out fast. Very true. I mean, what, weeks and weeks afterwards. G-Roo, I would assume that there would be more Secret Wars retro waves. I've not seen Logan in person. And the only one I've seen warm and pegs is Iron Man. I haven't seen any of that wave at all. So I know people are saying Iron Man's a peg warmer, but I just haven't seen him at all. It's crazy. Ryan, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my friend. Can't stick around, but I hope everyone has a toyetic Valentine's Day. Thank you. Hope you do as well. Really appreciate that. Whoops, I forgot Rick Cage showed up. Rick Cage, greetings, Las Vegas fellow citizens. On duty here at Mall Security. The movie theater sold out. 5 showings of Cat Brave New World. They will be coming out in about 10. I'm on patrol. Get them. Study the look on their faces as they come out to see if the movie was good. So when I went to see The Force Awakens way back, I was in line with my cousins and my brother, Jace, for those of you who know. And I was like, oh no, these are diehard, because it's opening night and or preview night or whatever. And I was like, these are diehard Star Wars fans like me. So I have to put the ear shields up because I don't want to hear any random thing. I don't want to hear any, can you believe he's his father? I don't want to hear any of that. So that was, yeah, I'm always very careful about when I get to a theater, when the showing's letting out, because they're just excited, blurting out all kinds of spoilers. So it's like, I can't hear anything. So yeah, be careful. I think we might see a Cochran Byrne Cyclops for X-Men 97. Just my guess. 80s Punker Rogue, we do have that one, sort of. I mean, that would be a real slight change to the one we got in a box set with Destiny, but I'd buy it, especially if they get her hair and expression right. An 80s Punker Storm update would also be great. My clear X-Men bias is showing. What would you like to see updated with Storm? And I guess they could do that with X-Men 97 too. Tom Finn, I want a red She-Hulk. Hasbro's first attempt wasn't great. That body just wasn't great at all. David Thanos, I missed out on the Ricardo. Had him in my cart. Was looking for other stuff, and they just said sold out. Yeah, that's always the thing. It was like, I gotta hurry up and get all this stuff before I'll make a separate order if I need to. DJ Jedi, I have no dog in that fight or space on my shelf, but at $10 a pop, I was this close to starting a Mega Man collection. They're really good figures, and really for $10, you cannot beat that price. They're exceptional. And, you know, for people who want figures for free, basically, you cannot beat that. It's an awesome figure. And my 2 Mega Man figures would attest. They're really fun. I really dig them. Yeah, Russia Robo. Hey, DJ Jedi, I picked up a couple of the Mega Man figures from Jada, and they're really cool. The kind of figures you just want to hold and play with. Right. They're really fun. Maurice, I'm kit bashing a Punk Storm using the 97 Stormhead and Bloodstorm body. That works too. Oh, they didn't have them. Okay, that makes sense. I was curious if you were going to get the whole wave anyway. All right, so let's see. Speaking of figure news, that had me really excited. Today, Demolition posted on their Instagram, as first reported earlier today by PW Insider, Demolition has signed a WWE Legends contract. And what does that mean for you figure collectors of WWE figures? It means we're going to finally get some more Demolition figures. They released Axe and Smash way back when they first got the license to WWE figures. So those are really good figures. They hold up still, and they use good base bodies for them. I imagine, we're going to get double jointed elbows with these guys. And I would be wholly shocked if we did not see Demolition as part of this Coliseum collection, maybe even like really soon, because they make so much sense. And the best part about Demolition, if we do in fact get them as Ultimate Edition figures, all they have to do is just keep giving us different face paint setups. So they typically have 3 different head sculpts, and they can do 3 different face paint deals with Axe and Smash. And then I guess eventually we'll get Crush later on. Now we only saw Axe and Smash in that picture. I'm assuming Crush is not on there, because the version of Crush that I want to see next is Evil Coda Crush hanging out with Yokozuna. That's who I want to see next when we get Crush. So, but the good news is we got the original Demolition back. And I assume, because it's been a long time for Mattel, they're going to spam the mess out of getting us Demolition figures. So very excited about that bit of news, and can't wait to see all the different versions we get of them. So very excited. They're the ones, they better get in the Hall of Fame. I got to assume they're going to be the headliners, right? And really, we need them because they're both still here. Like, we don't have to wait. And they can get that honor, the accolades. They can get the applause from the fans, play that theme song, and let's get them out there because they make the circuits all the time. But I'd much rather see the legends get acknowledged while they're still here to receive all that. So yeah, I'd love to see that too. Can't wait for Demolition and Repo Man. Yes, we need Repo Man so I can complete my Royal Rumble 92 lineup. So yes, that's a very good point. And Holy One Barry Darso, Mass Superstar, Crusher Khrushchev. Look, listen, I forgot about that. That would be really exciting to get him as Crusher Khrushchev. If we don't have the rest of the Russians, but if we could get him, that's a step in the right direction. So I got all excited thinking about that possibility. So hopefully we can see that. All right, let's see here. King Elector. Yes, I can't wait for Demolition because on eBay, those old figures are way too high. Let's see. I haven't looked at those guys for a long time, but let's see. eBay. Let me see. I'm sure this is going to be a scary price. Elite Demolition. Here comes the axe. Here comes the smasher. The demolition. Walking disaster. Woo! 150 for the 3. 135. 425. You are crazy. 99. Let's see. Goodness gracious. Yeah, they're not cheap. And I mean, you got to get all 3 of them, right? I mean, it's just like you got it 400 and they're loose. Whoo! Not cheap at all. Anyway, so yeah, get on that for sure. Laura, hey, I got about 3 or 4 Walmart boxes today and 2 Entertainment Earth boxes and a box from an eBay seller in Canada, our official 51st state. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff. King Lighter, not really feeling Crash, just the originals for me. Tom Finn, Bill Eadie, Mass Superstar, actually one of my all-time favorites. Oh yeah, we can get the machine version too. I want a Mass Superstar version though. Forgot about that. We can get him. So maybe we can pair him up with the Andre the Giant machine. And I don't know. I mean, are they really restricted? They have to get Blackjack Mulligan to get super. Was it? Yeah, the super and big machine. Let's see here. All kinds of exciting options now. Fleecy's World. What's up, Jeff? I'm headed to the parade. Fly, Eagles, fly. Boo! But thank you for beating the Chiefs. I snagged Kane today at GameStop. Great week. It's gotta be Kane. Looks like we might see some Superman toys on February 21st. Entertainment Earth mentioned the Farley toys. No, that's not for Superman. They wouldn't show that stuff right now. Let me see if I can show you real fast what those are. Of course, just because I'm trying to show you really quickly. This is what is coming. It's this. It's a bunch of stuff from Batman. Mostly Batman Begins, but this is what's dropping. McFarlane mentioned that, so that's what's coming out on the 21st. Not Superman stuff yet. Superman's not till June, so ways away. They're not going to put the toys out this early. Laura A, wasn't the Repo Man also Demolition Crush? No, that was all Barry Darso, Smash. And he did a ton of gimmicks and Blacktop Bully too, so they can really do a lot of figures for him. Adrian Genzi, what could pop up on February 25th, 27th for Hasbro? I guess not these G.I. Joe figures. Maybe more Marvel Legends because we have not had our Marvel Legends live stream, so we'll see. David Thanos, so excited about Demolition. I hope we don't have to wait a year. I feel like they're probably one of those that they have been, hard at work whenever we get to Demolition. So, and it really shouldn't be that hard because unless like we've seen with some of these Ultimate Edition figures, they're going to do the full on, ring gear and ring attire. They got that mold sorted already. It should be relatively easy because they've got that mold for the torso piece. And that was the only thing that was really different. The boots they wore were different, but they've got that mold. So it shouldn't be that hard. I mean, they've got sculpts that are great for both of those guys anyway. This was long before they were doing the photoreal print likenesses or whatever. They were good, and I guess they would just touch them up because they really didn't need improvement because, base paint hides it. So, yeah, we'll see. What was that Batman? Was it that another kid? Yeah, it was the 89 Batman. I'm not sure why he got worked into this, but I think what happened, they don't have a they don't have the license or likeness rights to Liam Neeson. So so the McFarlane toy show from earlier mentioned that's what we're getting. I'm trying to their Instagram. Let me see if I can pull this up real fast. Oh, here you go. Here's another one that we're going to see from them. No, this one, of course, is from Batman Begins. Here you go. That's the Batman Begins figure. This is also going to be up for pre-order the 21st, next Friday. So there you go. Yeah, hole in one Barry Darso. Terrible, terrible gimmick, but he somehow made it work for as long as they had it around. Ray Pass, what happened to Joe Hasbro string? Why did it change? Well, according to Hasbro, the Dreadnoks came in, but I don't know. They didn't really give us the real scoop. They just kind of jokingly attribute it to the Dreadnoks. Let me see if I can pull up what they showed. So they said, looks like the Dreadnoks got their hands on our communications and tried to sabotage the mission. But G.I. Joe is always ready. So we're moving the G.I. Joe fan stream to March 18th at 11 a.m. to make it bigger and better than ever. Stay sharp, stay on guard, and report to the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel next month for new and exclusive reels that will whip your collection into shape. Yo, Joe! And I think on the Pulse, they mentioned that we're going to see more reveals. So I don't know if they just decided to plus it up some more. Maybe they're just getting ahead of all these leaks, so they're putting all this stuff, including Crystal Ball, who has some new stuff that they showed off. But leakers showed today. Then Doom. I think it would be cool if the Classified series did the Joes in their respective military dress. Certainly an option. I mean, I feel like Gung Ho should get that figure made anyway. So we'll see. Laura A. Did Mattel make a Mr. Fuji? Not Mattel. We have some from Jax that I guess would work in a pinch. I'm assuming that head sculpt that they did for Mr. Fuji would work on a suited body for, all the various suit bodies we got from Mattel. But let me see here. Fuji. But I'm sure the Mr. Fuji figure is expensive, which would kind of make it prohibitively expensive. So right now on eBay, $50 for him. And it's a custom, so not that. 70, 52. So basically, you just need this head. Of course, this is so just demolition. So you couldn't really use this for Magnificent Morocco, Kamala, anybody else that he managed. So it's limited in that sense, but you could do it. I did not say there's a Marvel Pulse. I said we haven't had one for February. Sky Guy Snips. Love that one. Hey, guys. Hey, how are you? So they showed like a whole bunch of figures have leaked over the last few weeks. A lot of which we saw. Flint. We saw the actual prototype, not the render. CoverGirl, Televiper, Footloose, Breaker. Who else was on that? Slice and Dice, and I'm trying to think there's somebody else. Maybe it's Crystal Ball, but yeah, we've seen a bunch. So we'll see. Hopefully, we'll get some more of those. Could also be used for Powers of Pain. How so? We do need the Powers of Pain too. So we have Warlord in his Powers of Pain look. We don't have Barbarian signing. We really need him because, one more member of the Heenan family. We get the Faces of Fear. We still need to sign out Coup. But yeah, he'd be really great. Van Doom needed Mr. Fuji in his gear when he was with Yoko. Right. Because we've got a ton of them. Yes, Darklaw was showing you. Right. Thank you. All right, cool. Still caught up now. All right, let's see. What else did I want to talk about before getting into the topic for the week? I'm not at all interested, but I like to keep up with these posts. HasLabs. So the newest one is the Leo Kaiser. I think it's Leo Kaiser. from Transformers, and it looks cool. I just have zero knowledge of this character whatsoever. And of course, since I don't have that kind of connection, I'm not gonna plug down for a HasLab. And I think the price is pretty reasonable for HasLab for Transformers. They tend to fund. Where is he now? Magnetic nunchaku display bases. Death Cobra. Cool. Where are we now? So it's 4,813 backers. They need 10,000. So almost halfway there. 39 more days to go. All right, is anybody interested in this? Because I just haven't heard a lot of people like, yeah, I'm so excited about this release. I do feel like it's really, really hard for Hasbro with the Transformers to find something that will get most of the fan base excited, because I feel like there's so many segments of that collecting fan base where it's really hard for them to just go, yes, this is what I want, and everybody's gonna be excited about it. But if you're excited about it, if you back this project, let me know. Fuji Vice is desperately needed. Maybe in a 2-pack with Morocco. Lara will classify pushing their stream out a month puts them at less than a week away from the Transformers HasLab. That's not good. Huh, I didn't even read that before I looked there. Of course, I remember Abdullah the Butcher. King Collector, we need more old wrestlers to get on board with Mattel. Bad News Brown and the Armstrongs get no love. Neither does Faith Evans. I would definitely like all of those. It's weird because I feel like the Armstrongs would be kind of a lot, since we got, Mr. You better call somebody working high up in WWE. So, yeah, hopefully Bad News Brown can get a figure. He's too cool not to. And Abdullah would be great too. I feel like we've got a new one of the Mattel live streams, which I really love the last one, not just because I won something, but I thought they showed a lot of cool stuff from all their brands, and the WWE reveals are pretty exciting. I would love to see another 4-pack of the Territory set. That would be really great. So hopefully we will see that. You don't know Transformers Beast Force, I'm assuming you're saying? I don't know them at all, Brian. Agents of Gen Z, I'm not too familiar with G.I. Joe, but are there any mech monsters? Yes. Yeah. Yes, that should be easy to find. And you mean you don't remember the iconic Star Wars Black Series team would tell us Mega Monsters and Mega Marines? I actually did get some of the Mega Marines simply because I needed versions of those characters like Gung Ho and Clutch. So here are the Mega Monsters of Cobra. And I think these guys are called the Cyber Vipers. I mean, once we get to a certain point, I'm going to want these guys too, just because I'm a nut G.I. Joe collector. But yeah, you got them. And I feel like Lenny would go nuts trying to do some cool stuff with them. So I can see that happening. Oh, Jeffrey, earlier you asked if I got the Action Marine on sale. I don't think so. I honestly don't remember the price. I saw her in store and just bought her. I didn't even clock the price. It's a nice looking figure. I understand why you just grab her and go. Brian, I'm interested in Leo Kaiser. Am I saying that right? Or is it Leo Kaiser? Since I got Victory Saber and Death Saurus, but that $300 price tag is kind of oof. How much were the other ones? I thought that was like around the same price as those. Retro Robo. With Transformers, after G1, my fandom kind of fell off. One day, my nephew introduced me to the Headmaster's Japanese cartoon. I started liking those too. And I need to watch those too. David, I'm hoping one of those Territory packs of Lawler and Kaufman. That would be great. A Memphis 4-pack would be really good because I feel like they couldn't go wrong with the Memphis one. We get Lawler, of course. You can throw in Dutch Mantel, Bill Dundee, Jeff Jarrett, Kaufman. Who else would be like another? Jimmy Hart, right? Because we've got a lot of those Memphis heels just from being in WWF. But yeah, I'd love a Jimmy Hart from Memphis. Jalen, fairly casual Transformers. I never get their HasLabs. They're cool, but I enjoy them from afar. I am looking forward to building Devastator, though. Yes. Agent of Gen Z. Yeah, those are really cool. For sure I would get them. Lar A. That Lio Kaiser is about 12 inches. And I much prefer my Gestalts to be Combiner Wars, Unite Wars Devastator size. 17 inches Or up. Got a 3P version of Lyle Kaiser years ago, so not interested in this. Hasbro, gotcha. No, it's actually breast force. Their breastplates pop off and turn into animals or guns. Wow, that's interesting. What's up, House of Last M? How are you? No, that's right. Oh, and I'm kind of indifferent to AEW, but I can't stand that they have some really important key characters tied up. We can't get a figure for them thanks to their goofball promotion. Rant over on AEW. King Collector. Yeah, that has means nothing to me. I only collect the real G1 Transformers. But there are collectors that love those extended universe Transformers. I can't do it. Probably just when you got into it. Retro Robo. Definitely looking forward to Devastator. And I hope they release a new Bruticus too. I thought Bruticus is... Maybe I read... I know Superior's coming, but I thought Bruticus was in the works too. Right. I was like, what is it? It's not 3P. Thank you. Third party. G-Brew. I remember the commercials for those 90s Neon Nightmare G.I. Joe figures. They had like Play-Doh type stuff. Yes. To make armor that can be ripped off, I think. Commercial ran during the RBG reruns. Yes, it did. They need to get that. There you go. They need to get on that Billy Gunn contract. Well, they have him. He's actually, they're still cranking out figures for Billy Gunn. Let's see if I can pull this up real fast. And how difficult it would be. Simply because I'm trying to find it fast. But let's see, figure. There we go. Yeah, he's got a smoking gun figure coming out soon, actually. It's pretty cool. Now we need Bart Gunn signed up, but we actually have Billy Gunn. They're still cranking out figures of him. Here is that figure of Billy Gunn. So you can see smoking gun, and we really just need a different head sculpt for Bart Gunn. And we got the face version, not the heels where they cut their hair. But I guess we have enough of that Billy Gunn version anyway. So yeah, down for that. Hasbro creating artificial pandemonium with these sold out pre-orders. What do you mean by that? I mean, everything on Hasbro Pulse sells out. But it's really more so their partners like Amazon and Entertainment Earth, they bad toy stores can sell this stuff, not just through them. No, I knew you were talking about real Ghostbusters. Blake, a dabble in Transformers and even third party. There's a small Starscream, MF31 Red Thunder, and a small Megatron that actually transforms into his gun. DWE36X Menace King, both exactly like the toys. Very cool. Okay, it wasn't just me. I thought I heard something about Bruticus recently. Was he maybe a name only reveal or something? I thought so. Yes, the Combaticons formed him. Yeah. They were really fun. Violet. Zion Collectibles. What up, Jeff? What up? How are you? Retro Robo. Yeah, there were Starscream's little brigade when he tried to overthrow Megatron. And listen, I'm going to continue not to spoil stuff, but y'all should be reading Transformers, the Energon universe. Awesome stuff. And the Transformers book is crazy. Like, the new issue is just wild. Okay. Swindle and Vortex. They maybe next after they finish the Aerobots. Yes. Jason Lyles, what's going on, bro? What's going on, Lyles Figure Files crew? Yes, sir. What's up, bro? Oh, here's Bruticus. Oops. That worked. And open any tab. You asked what Bruticus looks like? That's what he looks like. So he's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting Bruticus. Like, I stopped right around him because it's like there's so many of those guys you can get, but yeah, for sure, I'm down on that. To get Bruticus, I'm trying to think if I want to get the Terracons. Yeah, get Abominus, but yeah, I'd be down for that. What up, Jace? We're talking about wet shoelaces. Oh boy, good stuff. All right, let's see. Now yesterday, was it today? we got some more stuff from the Jada Toys, the vaunted Jada Toys Street Fighter line. We got Blanca up now for pre-order, and he's a deluxe figure, so he's got 2 accessories along with his hands and the alternate head. Looks awesome, and really fun poses for him. Like, I love this. You can hit the straight up Blanca poses. I want to see if we get the full ball. No. And yes, he's doing stuff. Love that you can actually do the claw strike. That's awesome. So always great to be able to pull out the moves that you can see in the games. And victory pose, $29.99. So hopefully people don't jump off the line at this point. And then we also got Sagat, another amazing looking figure, and he's got the scowl, alternate head sculpt, the neutral. I'm thinking things over. I kind of wish he had a laughing one too, though. He's got the grabbing hands. I'm going to pull you in and get you. He's got his tiger strike. Got the stand for it too. He looks cool. Let's go to a few pictures. Battle stance. He's ready for Ryu. And the throttling pose. Hopefully he can hold the figures up. Check that out. That's really nice. And these figures also hold those poses really nice on their own. This is not some Photoshop. Let's get the stand out of there. He will actually be able to hit that pose. Good stuff. He said, I really do wish he had the smiling, laughing expression. And all set for the Tiger knee. Yep, bam, queued up, right on cue, ready to go. Love that you can do these moves. Now, this one, of course, is an assisted Photoshop version, but the fact that you can do is cool. I'd love for these figures to come with a stand, too, that you could actually pose them in air doing this stuff. But I love that. And both ways, very cool. He, again, like Blanca, $29.99 and scheduled to arrive in April. So that's exciting. Looking forward to getting those 2. Let's see. Zion Collectible says, Entertainment coupon for $20 when you spend $99. I use it for 2 Maximum Spideys, but you can use it for anything else. Hopefully it still works. No affiliate, just a collector. You won't be able to use my affiliate code Lyles, my last name, LYLESMF. But if you do get other stuff that's in stock, you can use it to get 10% off. Good stuff. Roll out 20. Yeah, I want Terracons. Yeah, they'd be fun. Retro Robo. Blanca was my #1 guy in Street Fighter 2, The World Warriors. Love hitting folks with that off and on electric attack. My boys hated me. Yeah. We had a friend, Jason and I, who just spam throwed us every time. Zion Collectibles. I'm all in on Jada Street Fighter. Me too. I'm going to get all those figures. They look great. Jace wants to know which Street Fighter line do you think has the best figures? For the price, Jada. For like the whole, man, you've got a big collection of them, still Storm Collectibles because they're really fun. They've got a ton of accessories. If money's no object, yeah, I'd say that. But I think Jada's gonna eventually catch up to those figures. And of course, we got the Alpha 3 ones coming from Storm Collectibles Storm Arena line in 6-inch scale, so they won't be able to play with your McFarlane figures, but that'll be really fun. David Thanos says, "Love that Blanca and Sagat. I don't want to get into Player 2 versions, but I need that Player 2 Blanca. Yeah, Sagat need that. You'll laugh at. He did. Just missed that one." Genuinely, man, I heard people talking crap about the early images, but that Blanca looks great to me. I guess people just prefer the size of the Storm version. I guess so. It's going to be that weird thing where there's another option, so people are going to hate on another one. Like, oh, man, that Storm Collectible sucks. And then people are going to be like, oh, the Jada one sucks. It's like, just get which one you like. It's okay. Nobody's upset with you. Just do what you want. Retro Robo, Sagat looks incredible, too. Yeah. And he looks massive, too. Asian Genzi, he has toe joints. Laurie, I saw eBay sellers selling their Soda Street Fighter figs for much less than their prices years ago. The Jada effect, rubbing the hands like Birdman. Did you get them? Because I still have I have mine. I don't see a scenario in which I'm going to sell them off. My Sagat broke. No, Zangief. The leg broke. The plastic is weak, but I need to figure out a way to fix them. I like those figures. I thought they did a really good job when they came out. So I'm not really in the habit of getting rid of good figures just because. David Dano says, every time I hear Lyles MF, it reminds me of the movie Euro Trip. Brave Eyes. Yep. Jada figures look great on pre-order. Nice. Got them both. Can't wait to get Sagat and Blanca. Me too. They're going to be really fun figures to add to that whole display. And what else? Let's see. So, I'm not going to go into this too long, but let's talk about it real fast. On here, the most controversial figure of the week, the Marvel Legends Maximum Series Spider-Man for $49.99. Check on Hasbro Pulse, sold out. So apparently some people were okay paying that price. But I always say, you can't go by what the price is or what the demand is on Hasbro Pulse. They have a limited amount because they want people to go to their other retail partners. So then I looked over to Amazon. Amazon also sold out. So that's one option down, but you can still go to my other affiliate, Entertainment Earth. And right now, he's still available. Yes, he's still available. You can get him right now. So good stuff. If you want him, if you don't, I'm okay. My feelings will not be hurt, but he is available and you can get him. So I know some people already mentioned they did get the figure. So very excited to hear about that. I think please just like, no, I promise I wasn't going to go into it like that. Yes, so do I. Okay, so cover my ears. La, 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 la. You know, I'm not gonna go wild and crazy with it. I did a whole video on it, and people were like, "What is wrong with you?" And that's what leads to the topic of the week. I wanted to know because I feel like reading comments about basically any figure line now, collectors are, I don't know if I want to say they feel some kind of way about stuff, but it just doesn't seem like the posters, the ones who comment on Instagram, on Hasbro Pulse, or on social media in general, seem to really love the stuff that they're buying and collecting. It's like they're acting like their arm is literally being twisted into buying these figures. Regardless of the price, it might be, oh man, this figure is too expensive. It should have blah, blah, blah. Or this figure is way, way ridiculously out of scale. Why is it in this scale? A lot of things that I just kind of don't understand in terms of collecting things that you do not have to buy. So I'm putting it out to you all right now. What keeps you collecting? Why is it that you get a thrill seeing these new figures? Why are you excited to see the live streams announcing new reveals? What is it about this wacky, crazy hobby of ours that keeps you looking and excited about, oh, what's coming up? What's the new pre-order? What's the leaks? Oh man, because I feel like it's been a little negativity in our action figure community. So I wanted to speak positively. What is it that still gets you guys excited? I'll go first. For me, what really gets me excited, I feel like, man, this is such a great time to be a collector because there's just a little bit of everything from so many companies. You can get DC figures from Mezco, from Mayfax, McFarlane, and depending on your preference of the scale or whatever, what you want in your figures, you get a whole bunch of cool stuff in them. Now, of course, not every line is perfect. Nothing is perfect, but a lot of the stuff that I'm collecting, I feel like they're really on a nice upward trajectory. And it's not this thing like, excuse me, it's the dying days of this line. I feel like they're really going strong. Like the Star Wars Black Series, they're doing great stuff. They're doing more prequels. It's the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. I can't wait to see all that stuff. Last year felt like they did some overdue, much needed attention and spotlight and focus on the Phantom Menace, getting most of the key pivotal characters. That was really exciting for me. Jedi Classified series is just awesome. Retro Flint, my 1A, 1B figure of the year, calling it right now, is coming out. That's exciting. Marvel Legends, I feel they're doing some really great stuff. Finally getting green and yellow Banshee. They're starting to complete teams. And because the MCU has been on this real weird path lately, we got a lot of really great, I would say, definitive takes on some really key important characters over the last I guess 2 years at this point. So they're doing really great stuff. Transformers knocking out some really great releases. The Studio Series figures are going strong. And I'm getting the kind of figures that I wanted as a little kid. And, the Transformers, of course, were like, gosh, these are not like what I'm watching every week. These figures are cool, but they're not like the cartoon characters at all. Masters of the Universe is doing just crazy stuff. The new Eternia line is amazing, so creative. They're doing all this. Here's your classic look, and if you want, you can display them with this new reimagined take on how this character would look in a whole new scenario. I love that. And what other lines am I collecting? WWE. We got the Steiner Brothers. We got the Ultimate Edition Great Buddha. I don't even have to wait to get the best articulated version of the Great Buddha. Demolition's back. That's awesome too. I mean, it's just really, there's so much more stuff to be excited and happy about as a collector right now. And I feel like people who are complaining, and I feel like there's room to complain and to provide and offer constructive feedback. I know some of these companies are hearing it and going, okay, this is what you guys want. But I feel like the best way to do it is to go, yeah, the scale of this figure is wrong. You need to use this body. Let's not use this mold anymore. For example, this Speedy Bullets mold, we never need to see it again for bulky size figures because of those mold lines that weren't needed. But, I mean, McFarlane's giving us wire soft good capes. He's doing face plates. That's pretty cool. And he's not raising the prices to some ridiculous measure. They're still within $22.99, $29.99 for the collector edition figures, but there have been some really, really good stuff. I feel like I've talked a lot. The chat is buzzing. Let's see what you all are saying. Olu, what's up, Jeff? Thanks for the stream. Mace Thursday, a bit more special. Thank you, Olu. I appreciate it. Robert, no comment on Maximum Spidey. Agent Urgency, hey, it's cheaper than Mayfax. And on par with it. Right. LRA, Jeff, I think your affiliate 10% off only applies to in stock. You're correct. I'll roll the dice for when EE gets them in stock. I might even luck out and get a not net Maximum Spidey and 10% off. Yeah. It's funny because so often when I'm checking just to see how it's looking, I don't see there's a worthwhile, cool figure that I want that's not mint until I see somebody's ordered it. And it's like, oh, let me check the not mint section. That is, you mentioned it. Let me just roll over to Entertainment Earth since I'm right here. That is a really cool deal. Let me just type it in, make it easy. And it is for sure a really good way to get stuff. Oh, they've got some more stuff in here. But if you're looking for figures and you want to get them cheaper, not as cheap as something's on super clearance, although this legacy collection sure is 5cc2. You can get stuff like this Bruce Banner, and they typically are just one left in stock. But you can get some really cool stuff for cheap. Whoa, like this Princess Leia for 1874. Now the packaging may really legit be super damaged, but if you're opening them up, oh man, they got Jim Uso and Darth Sidious. So they got some good stuff here. Oh man, so we got a lot of stuff in here that you can get. That's a really cool thing. That Batman Superman fusion. So you can see they've got a ton of cool options. They keep adding to this basically every day. But if you definitely want to get something like this Josh Allen not mint figure from McFarlane, there you go. So I love that. Back to the chat. But yeah, definitely look there every week. Dark Knight, the ML Maximum Spider-Man is still available for pre-order in Big Bad Toy Store. Yes. Let's see. Andrew Salazar. The same people that would pay $50 for this figure would hate on Mezco. I think what really happens is people just want to justify why they don't buy something, and they kind of just throw their biases out there. I mean, to me, I think if you want a super premium version, go with that Mezco one. That has everything you would really want or need in a classic Spider-Man figure. Yes, 120, but you might not ever need another Spider-Man figure after that one. Russia Robo, complete transparency. Marvel Legends are my bread and butter. So yes, I'm all in for this Max line, but I really hope for that price, Hasbro doesn't cut corners. I'm with you. Retro Robo, if I see a Thor or Doctor Strange without a soft goods wire cape, I'm going to give them the serious side eye. Don't do it. Don't do it to him. Ben Doom, I collect because we didn't have these different types of figures when I was growing up, right? From the articulation to obscure characters, fun times. Snake Eyes, get more video game figures and put them together, and they look great together. Nice. Vintage Bob, honestly, not much gets me excited anymore. Nothing but overpriced figures and remakes of the same three characters. I'm happy to get Banshee and Dragon Man, not much else in the past 4 months. Robert, I have a genuine love of some characters. I'll cross a paywall for characters like Death's Head or Man Thing that I really love. Spidey I have plenty of, so there's that. True. Brian P. It keeps me off the streets and out of gangs, except it gets me in gangs like this. Retro Robo, Ben Doom, exactly. We're living in a renaissance. Yes, I mean, I have been collecting again, as a adult in college. 96, 95. And these fairs have not been better. I mean, they're more expensive, but they were cheaper back in the day. But they haven't been better. We haven't had so many different avenues to get figures. They're continuing to innovate and create new things. And I mean, the fact that we have a 6-inch G.I. Joe line is just amazing to me. I mean, geez, back when I was getting Toy Biz figures that were still 5-inch. So getting these 6-inch, 7-inch figures with so much articulation, so many different lines, Hot Toys, Power Rangers, Defenders of the Earth, Silverhawks, Street Fighter. I mean, it's like, dude, there's so much cool stuff. Tom Finn, it's in my DNA. It's really that simple. I'm looking back. I've been collecting action figures in one form or another since I was 6 years old in 1972. It's a good versus evil trope. Yes. Lar A. Studio Series 86 was going strong until that undersized Devastator. Oh, I mean, does that make the line not strong anymore? Or is it just that one disappointed you? I mean, they still have that other one, the War for Cybertron version. So you can get that one. I think if you want, you can get the Constructicons and just have them separate, and you can have the War for Cybertron Devastator fully formed and together and assembled, and that way you still got the best of both worlds there. King Elector, I actually finished my Masterpiece collection a while back. I mixed the car, fans, toys, Extrandabot, the MMC, Magic Square, and more. I just got the best from each company. I still need some Titans. You mean you don't want Tech Pants Bloodwind? Man, oh man, I would scream bloody murder and buy the figure. But yeah, I mean, just change that stuff up. I mean, I feel like most lines have a problem, right? Like the G.I. Joe Classified series, I love if the backpack stayed on. If all the accessories didn't fling off, if I started fiddling with the figure, that'd be awesome. What's the problem with Marvel Legends? Yeah, sometimes it's like they're stuck in the 90s and they give 80s and 70s characters 2000 hairstyles. Like, stop it! Go back to the classic book. Do that. For McFarlane, of course, it's the scale and the mold use that never makes any sense. Like the boot cuffs, the Superman with the sleeve cuffs, doesn't make any sense. But there's so much cool stuff. So, I don't know. Oh, Ray Pass. I did have that there. Christopher Vola says, hello, Jeffrey. I collect because if I don't, I have much more disposable income, and that would make the plastic mafia sad. You better believe it. Ray Paz says, that's a great question. I guess I just like playing with toys. Sometimes it gives me time to just relax. It gives me a good feeling. Ooh. When I open something new, I get to pose, and it gives me some time. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just that simple to have fun and enjoy it, right? Let's see. Robert. I'm focused on new characters to the collection. Warlock, Rom, and Banshee fit that. Miles, I have in a better style. Ultimate Iron Man, I've only been a mild fan, just for examples. David Thanos, what keeps me collecting is that things are getting better. Cloth capes, pinless, better articulation, etc. Yeah. What's that page you were just looking at? Oh, you're talking about this? That's Entertainment Earth. They're just put in not mint in the search. You can find all the stuff they've got for a reduced price, and of course it's in stock, so you can use my affiliate code to get an extra 10% off. That's Lyles, Lyles MF. It'll take more off, And if you get over, I think it's 79 right now, get free shipping. G-Brew. I have a collector brain for buying comics since I was 12. Picked up some figures I had when I was a kid in my teens and 20s. The Marvel Legends 2016 X-Men solidified me as a figure collector. Yeah. Gateway. Big Troy's Collectibles. Hello, everyone. What's up, Big Troy? How are you? Andrew Salazar says, Jeffrey, you're the most down-to-earth action figure content creator on YouTube. Thanks for what you do for the community. Thank you. I'm sure there's some others who are doing solid, reasonable takes on stuff. Can't be the only one, right? So, I mean, it's about having fun. I mean, geez, there's some real world stuff going out there. I mean, it's just some stuff is bad. And these really, I mean, talk about toys should be fun. I mean, I'll talk about, hey, I don't know why they forgot to paint the boots on the Marvel Girl X Factor figure, but I mean, it's not changing my world. I guess I'm going to paint that. I can, not buy a figure like that Captain Atom because he's too undersized. But I mean, this is about figures. We're not talking about anything life altering or changing. And if figures are altering and life changing for you, let's talk afterwards. Blake says, my collecting is purely based on nostalgia. I can remember vividly back to when I was 3 about all the characters I loved in the 70s and 80s, no matter the scale. Don't need to get everyone or army build. Oh, but you're missing out on so much fun, not army building, especially for a classified series in Stormtroopers. And if the rumors are true, we will get some more Black Series Snowtroopers. I am going to go nuts army building because in my area, we're supposed maybe this time next week to get 10 to 12 inches of snow. I was fighting the cold, so I wasn't able to get back out there. And we had like 5 inches of snow hit. And then it rained like that night in the morning. So it was like all gone by the time I got back from work. It was like the father in a Christmas Story after the dogs ran out with the turkey. Like, you sons of... Yeah, I was mad at the rain. I was like Missy Elliott. Could not stand the rain. Messed up my snow playtime. Agent of Gen Z. I don't know if you know, Jeff, but Daniel said on Twitter that there's more to come this month. I'm trying to think if there's, because, a lot of times there's stuff that they've already mentioned and it's just getting up for pre-order. I didn't see that he said that, though. Not that I doubt you. But there's always stuff coming from Marvel Legends. Really, I'm really excited. I think the lines that I'm most excited about this year are what we're going to get from Marvel Legends. I mean, the way McFarlane's going, his stuff, I'm very curious and hopeful to see what we've got in store from the Storm Arena line. I think that's really cool. And if they really go all in with it, it could be really exciting. So let's see here. What did Ann say about more stuff coming? Oh, right here for us. Dan, I guess you just put this out 5 hours ago. Yes. There's more to come. February is not done. We're not done. Good stuff. So can't wait to see what's popping up. I know there's long list of leaked figures. So I love when they surprise us with things that aren't on those leaked lists. Maybe a 2-pack of the Trapster and Wizard. Maybe X Factor versions 2 of Beast and Jean Grey. Maybe. We'll see. I guess I can't push my X Factor agenda right now because we're getting X Factor figures. Maybe Swordsman and Mantis. What are some other ones that are desperately needed? A new Scourge and Enchantress. And I guess we still got those Marvel superhero versions based on their their video game looks. I know that we're supposed to get some like Psylocke versus Thanos. Interesting 2-pack. So we'll see. I guess that would probably be like the Moondragon and Drax 2-pack that we got 2 years ago now, which is really good. So I don't know. There's a lot of exciting stuff on so many lines, and I'm just like, we might get some disappointments along the way, but there's so much good stuff coming this year. Jibber, as a kid, my brother and I had hundreds of action figures: Ghostbusters, X-Men, Ninja Turtles, Godzilla, Star Wars, Star Trek, Jurassic Park, DC Superheroes, Fantastic Four, etc. By the way, I just finally watched Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire as I was laid on the couch trying to rest off this cold. That was so much fun. And it was really more than I thought it could be. It was so fun. It was like, man, this is great. Why did everybody tell me to watch this movie before? So if you haven't, and I like those movies, or just the thought of Godzilla and Kong throwing it down and then fighting some other monsters, definitely check it out. It's on Netflix now, so you don't have to pay for it. Felix, what's up, man? Super late, but I got my Wednesdays. Thank you, Jeffrey and Lawson, for all the love. Absolutely. Tom Finn, don't listen to what I say. Watch what I buy. Agent of Gen Z. I might be a teenager, but I love the old G.I. Joe figures and Toy Biz 5-inch, early 2000s, Star Wars, etc. Listen, there's no requirement that you must be this old before you can buy old stuff. Get whatever you like. I mean, I think that's the fun of it. And you're coming in at a great point because there's some really cool old vintage stuff like this Baroness figure. Baroness, wait. Pull my palm trick that I learned. There we go. Thanks to my friends. There you go. Baroness, old school, classic. And then you can get a classified series one with a Rattler. So I mean, it is a great time because you can go vintage, all out 80s, 70s nostalgia, 90s, 2000. This stuff that's out here now. It's awesome. Rick Cage, Last Finger Files, Street Fighter 2 figures for life. Jada figures pre-order, Storm Collectibles pre-order. Nice. I mean, why stop at just one? That's the real problem for me because it's like I'm not gonna not get the Jada figures, and the Storm Marita ones look really cool. So why not do both? Do you like Tommy Dreamer? I'm hardcore. I'll take them both. Maurice, there's so many cool figures. Especially excited to get modern versions of stuff from back in the day. Absolutely. G-Brew, I still have some of my childhood figures, the 85 Imperial Godzilla. I got it at Goodwill in grade school. The RGB Slimer, Real Ghostbusters Slimer. I got it at a garage sale when I was 3. The Real Ghostbusters Firehouse we got for $4 on vacation. Nice. Laura, you're thinking of Combiner Wars Devastator, Unite Wars in Japan with better articulation. Studio Series 86 is supposed to scale with each other. Constructicon should be about Soundwave's height to catch his hands. But they are inferior. Soundwave superior. Retro Robo, we were pretty poor when I was a kid. My mom tried her best. And one Christmas, she even got me the Death Star playset with a handful of figs. Now that I have disposable income, I want everything. Yeah. That's kind of thing. Like, I want it all. Like a monopoly. Yeah. So it's just awesome. So yeah, childhood trauma, greed, and addiction. Wow. I threw in an evil laugh, Retro Robo. Let me know if that was the appropriate tone for that. LOL. G-Brew, I associate a lot of toys with people in moments in time. For example, the first Egon figure I ever had was a used Fright Features Egon, well, the jaw dropping. My brother made our grandmother buy me at a garage sale. My brother and I got those Ghostbusters figures at Children's Palace. And so, yeah, I definitely associate some of that old stuff with like old memories. So, yeah, that for sure. Laura A, remember in the 86 movie on Astro Train and after the Soundwave Superior Constructicons inferior quote, Soundwave and Thrust were bopping Constructicons up, so Constructicons should be Voyager size. That's true, but if you try to go by the scale of which the cartoons made those figures, you'd be all over the place. So would they. Let's see. No more snow. I can't get with that sentiment. I love the snow. I'm here for as much as we can get. Because, soon it'll be hot. People are like, oh my gosh, it's so hot out here. And I'm going to remember like, remember y'all were hating on the snow? I love the heat too, so it works out for me. And the snow makes the cold worthwhile. So I'm all good for it. Excuse me. Ray says, I want to see a Smurf line with shoulder, elbow, wrist, waist, hip, knee articulation. Elbow, wrist, waist, hip, knee articulation. Maybe at a 3-inch or smaller size. I love this show as a kid. I feel like I saw a Smurf line that wasn't too bad in terms of articulation not that long ago. Oh, maybe it's one of those for the movie line. Let me see here. I wonder if I could just find it from Smurf action figures. Or if they would not qualify. Because the Smurfs back in the day, they had a ton. Oh, Lost Village. Let's see this. Smurfs. Let's see. Oops. Toys. That would be helpful in this search. Okay, let's see. They don't look like they have that articulation. I wonder why people think we won't want Smurfs with articulation. So here's what we got. This is the Lost Village. I guess this is the last one they did. No articulation. Gosh, right. What's the deal with that? Yeah, right. We need to get some. We need to get some of those. But Fraggle Rock, this has some really cool figures, and they've got great articulation. They look good. Thanks for Boss Fight Studios, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's see here. Oh, let's do Target. Excuse me. It's Target. I believe if you look on their website now. Bernie. How about Bert? Not Bernie. Okay, let's see. NECA Toys Bert. Because I think they're actually on Target's website now. Ugh, why did I think I could find anything on Target's website? Target. It's so wild. You'd like have to do so much stuff to find these figures on their website. Like it says they're in stock, but I can't find it. Okay, let's see. NECA, Sesame Street. Let's see if anything pops up. Sigh, no. All right, well, they're there. I think you can actually find them in your stores now. Yeah, well, Uncarted Reviews. The reason why I collect is to connect with my fellow toy fans. So all of our other friends we make along the way on our collecting journey. Yeah, I mean, it's so fun. Like, I remember years ago, I happened to be in Toys R Us one day, and this is back in the days of Raving Toy Maniac was like one of the main sources of toy figure news, and bumped into a fellow collector who was also on there. We were talking. I'm like, hey, oh, you're so-and-so. Yeah, that's me. And I was like, oh, man. So on RCM, on Push, I was JKL, Indie Refugee. And so excited to actually meet someone in person who collected and who was like in the know. And we're still tight. Like I'm still beat up every so often. Hey man, here's this figure you were looking for. So it's really cool. And that's the kind of connection, you know, your friends who do other things, who don't collect figures, have no idea, who won't appreciate, man, do you see these new figures out? They don't care about that kind of stuff. But figure collector friends are, I don't know, we're just a different breed. So it's really cool to talk and connect with fellow collectors who can appreciate, oh man, do you see they've got this new version of Dragon Man? They've got a new AT-AT coming. And you know, where other people will go, that's great. So yeah, absolutely. I don't see Lost in here tonight. Look, I did talk to him yesterday. Maurice, yep, collect what you love and brings you joy. Absolutely. Agent of Gen Z, I have that one. Love her. Excuse me. That was a lot of. I get some floaties. Rick Cage, passion for total myth. Marvel DC is an origin of a multiverse of collecting. I'm 79% third party now. Anime Cyberpunk Girls, Mythic Legions, Valiverse, Flesh Joes, and Street Fighter, King of Fighters, Mortal Kombat, Gods and Monsters. Nice. G-Brew, Goodwill, and Garage Art sales were amazing in the 90s. They're so much more disappointing these days. Pretty much only find books that way now. I realized to check Google for books. That might be a nice play. Retro Robo, absolutely the right tone. Kind of like Monty Burns saying, excellent. Dude. And I'm leaving, Monty. Van Doom. Have they updated the Predacons or Predaking? I don't think so. But they would be fun too. Because definitely want Predaking. Agent of Gen Z. Yeah, I have the Mustafar playset. I didn't know there was a Death Star one. But I just watched that dude on YouTube with like the 5,000 figure collection. Oh, geez, I don't remember his name. He had everything. King Collector. My collecting is 100% nostalgia. All those shows I grew up watching. I want those characters on the show. Feels great to finish a line too. I got some finished, and I got a few getting close. Oh no, you can't ever get close as a collector, right? I mean, you're always there. There he goes. Retro Robo. I had an English teacher in middle school who kept the Smurf in a little cage on his desk. I remember someone else taking one of those things and microwaving it into a blue and white puddle. It's awful. Absolutely awful. Let's see here. So I reached out. I put the call out to one of the great whiz experts in these here YouTube streets of figure collecting. So if you would be so kind to give a warm round of applause for my guy, friend of yours, good friend of the channel, Mega J Retro. What's up, man?
What's going on, Jeff?
Absolutely amazing. How are you?
Not too bad, brother. Not too bad. I wasn't sure if it was today or tomorrow. It was weird, the message.
I was doing it just to throw you off. Maybe I sent it to you last night.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's how it worked. But glad to be here, Jeff. Super excited. Always. So, how are things going?
Well, I can't complain. It's been a really interesting week on the figure collecting front, and I wanted to talk with you. We were talking just now about why we still collect, because I feel like a lot of people over the course of this week have been not really sounding like they love collecting. And you've been doing this thing for a while. What is keeping you into it? And I want to also go back and talk about some other things. But while we're on this topic, what is it that keeps you collecting?
Well, I mean, oh God, Jeff, that's a crazy question. I mean, like, come on, let's be honest, all right? I think once you get the collecting bug, it's hard to like, it's a drug, man. It's a drug, right? It's that endorphin hit, and you know what? It's easy to say to anybody out there, right? It's easy to say that once you get something, you admire it for a little bit, then you put it to the corner, right? That's something that's easy to say, but it's not as simple as that, right? It's really not. Like, you'll always go back to it, and you'll always look at it, and you always what these are little things about, like, well, at least in my collecting and a lot of people's collecting, it's all about nostalgia in a lot of ways, right? It's all about rekindling that childhood spirit. You know what I mean? Like, in a lot of ways. At least that's the way it is for me.
Uh-oh. Do you hear me okay?
Remembering what it was like. What happened? What happened? What's going on? Hold on. Let me come back. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. What? Am I cutting out? Is that what's going on?
You were.
All right. Let me check what's going on. Let me come right back. I'll be right back.
Cool. A lot of my action figure memories involve my brother and grandmother, I'm noticing. Absolutely. They would do that. Sometimes I think I'm very character driven. That's why I get frustrated when details are incorrect versus just being able to appreciate a well-made figure. The two certainly aren't mutually exclusive. Yeah, because it's like you want that figure to be right. And I think in the case of, say, Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, it's like, all right, this take didn't work. We're going to get another one real soon. But for a character like Banshee, we might not get another one. That's when it gets a little tricky. Brad P, RTM, you're making me feel old. If you've been doing this for a while, you absolutely are old. Welcome back, Mega J Retro.
No, we're not feeling old. We are old, man. Come on. At some point, you just got to accept the fact that, you know what, there's really no going back. I mean, we don't, like, this is our fountain, but this is our fountain of youth. You know what I mean? Like, this around us is you want to talk about why we collect? We collect to be able to rekindle that feeling, at least. You know what I mean? That idea. And I think you saw. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen me unboxing that beast that's downstairs right now. I mean, that thing is just absolutely gargantuan. And I will tell you right now, okay? Anybody who actually decided to order that thing, all right, that is what it feels like.
Well, tell them what that thing is you're talking about.
Well, I mean, it's freaking bigger than me. I mean, like, seriously, it's the Cat's Lair. The Cat's Lair from Super 7. Truthfully, between that and this, I mean, like, you know, these two gigantic play sets. If there was anything that rekindled my youth, my childhood, it was those. And the reason being is because I remember as a kid having play sets and being that big. Like, like I would get Castle Grayskull, and it was nearly as big as I was. You know what I mean? And the thing is, that's why why do you think figures went up to 6 inches? Because they got to fit in adult hands, right? That's actually why because G.I. Joe's used to be what, 3 3/4 inches, right? Or 3.5 inches actually, right? Exactly. They were look at the size. Look at the size of it in Jeffrey's hand. It swallowed. It's a swallowed up. And now look at it. Right. Toy companies are smart. Okay. Toy companies are fucking smart. Let's just put it out there. Toy companies recognized after a certain fashion that there was a market for, and I hate this term, but now it's a common kidults, right? There was a market for kidults, and I hate that term. But adult collectors were a thing, and they realized that, right? McFarlane, I think, was the first one to really figure it out. I think he realized very early on that there is an adult component to collecting, and that's why he created Todd's Toys. You know, does anybody even remember what Todd's Toys? Like Todd's Toys. Nobody remembers that. But way back in the day, he created action figures which he knew that people like him, adults like him, wanted to collect, and that's actually how it evolved. And then he went pretty crazy at one point. He started creating these nightmarish fairy tales.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And those things are going for buku bucks right now. If
really?
mint on card, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Because again, they were ahead of its time, really, right? But what McFarlane was trying to do, what Uncle Toddy was trying to do, he tried to show that highly detailed action figures were going to be something one day, because he reckoned that we already were getting stuff from Japan, which was nuts. You know what I mean? Anime was on the rise, so many things, and there were a lot of people paying $200 for an action figure. You know what I mean? For the super high articulation action figures.
Mm-hmm.
Today, because of the way the toyscape has gone, and because of the way the collecting sphere has gone, we can now finally pick up an SH Figure Arts for anywhere between $30 to $80, depending on the figure. Right? That's been unheard of before. Before it was like $100 to $200, right? So yeah, original prices and stuff, right? But now, right, the market has expanded. Now, but to go back to the original question, why do I still collect? Well, I think I should go back to what started me collecting, because here's the thing. I was always a collector, right? Ever since I was a kid, I loved action figures, right? And I started collecting anime figures back in the 90s, and I had a drop off for everything else American. I took that anime train and I rode that thing all the way to like past college, university, into my career, right? And then at some point, that train fell off, and then the pandemic happened, and we were all trapped in our homes, and I started watching Pixel Dan, and just because I used to watch him on Retroware TV, and I started watching him again. He started talking about how there was Master Universe Classics, and I was like, what the I lost my mind. I was like, what are you talking about, Master Universe Classics? And I was like, where was I? I lost my mind, Jeff. I lost my mind because I was like, I missed out on the greatest storyline ever. I literally lost my mind. I had lost my freaking mind. Then I said, okay, so I'm gonna buy these things now. How much are they? $200 for He-Man. I was like, are you out of your mind? I was like, all right, I guess I'm out of Master Universe Classics. I started crying. I started crying, Jeff. I was like, oh my god! And then literally, he started talking about the real Ghostbusters and how they were going to be re-released as action figures. And I said, all right, screw it. The moment they let me out of these freaking cage, which is my own house, I'm going to go find them. And I ran down to Toys R Us, and little did I know that Toys R Us closed in the States a month before. I didn't even know that, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's when I started I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna record this stuff and show everybody I'm hunting and doing some stuff. And it was just one of those things where people saw me at Toys R Us. They're like, "Where's this Toys R Us? Where are you? What state are you in?" I'm like, "I'm not in the States. I'm in Canada." Right? And it started to snowball where I wanted to go out there. I wanted to buy real Ghostbusters, and wouldn't you know it, they never actually showed up. Because I didn't realize, not listening to the actual the actual episode, that they were Walmart exclusives. I was like, oh, for freak's sakes, right? So then after I realized that, because a whole bunch of people started messaging me on the YouTube, and they're like, you're like, we love your Toys R Us, but you got to go to Walmart if you want these Ghostbusters. I'm
like, never gonna find them here.
Yeah. So now then the hunt started, right? Then the hunt starts. So now I'm going to every freaking Walmart I can think of, trying to find these things. I can't find them, right? Because they're so popular. so finally I had like, it's great because the community started getting involved, and that's when you start really realizing you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You start realizing that there's other people into this stuff, right? So then you're like, oh crap, this is still a thing. So I started, archiving and just like, broadcasting and showing everybody where everything was. I started trying to help people too. I was like saying, all right, if you're in Canada, you can go this place and this place and this place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you start, really connecting with other people. And I think that's really why you collect. You collect because you're trying to rekindle yourself with something that you remembered from way back when, a feeling, right? Just that idea. But what you really do this for is to realize that, you know what, you're not the only one out there, right? There are other people out there. Jeff, me, freaking everybody out here, everybody in the chat. We are all connected in that way, right? And the reality is we all want to rekindle that piece of our childhoods that what we really want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that just led down another freaking rabbit hole, because who knew Mattel was going to announce, oh hey, we're going to release Master Universe again for the umpteenth time? Like, god damn it. So then, here I am, like literally hunting, like losing my mind trying to find all these Master Universe figures. Then half a year later, like, oh yeah, we're going to do our own Master Universe classics. I'm like, yeah, it's not over yet. And then Super 7 announces Snake Mountain, and I was like, oh my god, what is going on? Like literally, the trap happened, Jeff. They got us. They got us. It's a trap. They got us. Then I learned about Black Series. Then I learned about Classified. Then I learned about. I was like, oh my god. I'm back. I'm 12 years old again. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, Toy Biz, freaking, oh my god. So I was like, screw it, I'm in. You know what I mean? And that was it. That's how the bug starts. And you know what? They always get you. And then I heard about HasLab. I was like, are you out of your minds? I was like, oh my god, I don't think I'll ever buy a $300 katana. I was like, where am I going to put that? And literally the very next thing that they talk about, and I missed Cookie Monster, by the way, thank God. All right, I missed Cookie Monster because I probably would have bought that. I missed Cookie Monster, but the very next freaking year, what Unicron? I'm like, what the? You know what I mean? I was like, Unicron. I was like, oh my god, they got me. They got me, and that was it. That was the beginning of the end. Like, seriously, that was like 3 years later. I have more toys now than I've ever had in my entire life. Like, it's absolutely freaking insane. Like, it's nuts.
Because our parents had restraint. We don't.
No. Our parents didn't have any money. Our parents didn't have any money. The little money they had, they gave to us through as toys. Because how much was a toy back then? $2, $3,
Yeah.
$5 at most. I think the USS Flag was $80.
It's crazy to think about that now. Like,
what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, go back in time, yeah.
Like, seriously, like this is what you got to think of, right? Fast forward freaking 40 years, a freaking what is it? The Ghost. Right. The Ghost is like $450. You know what I mean?
Run you a little bit more than that now, player.
Just a little bit, right? And that freaking little kid, that gigantic freaking kitten I have downstairs, which freaking oh my god, that thing was $850 when it finally at the end of the day, and $12.50 Canadian for anybody who's actually knows the exchange rate. I couldn't believe when I did the exchange rate in my head. I was like, oh my god,
oh,
what the hell just happened here, right? But no, I got to tell you, I wouldn't change this for the world, though, Jeff. You know what I mean? I wouldn't change it for the world. How it happened, when it happened, I realized something about myself, right? I realized that I never really stopped. You know what I mean? Like, my preferences changed, throughout the years. But I realized very quickly that, I still love anime. I still love My Hero Academia. I still love, Fairy Tail. The Seven Deadly Sins. I still love all that stuff, but I'm not really collecting that stuff anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I have a whole Evangelion collection that is stored away somewhere. I have like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stuff, from years ago, right? I've got a whole bunch of other things, But I realized after a fashion, I'm like, you know what? I want to collect. This happened. It's an evolution, and it basically I realized, you know what? I want the stuff that I had as a kid. You know what I mean? Or didn't have as a kid. I
Right.
think that's actually more accurate. I think I want the stuff I didn't have,
Right.
that I didn't actually. That I want the stuff I didn't have that now I can have, because I got
Mhm.
money now, because I got time, right? I don't have the space. I
Right.
realize
Of
that
course.
I realized space is an issue, right? I was watching an interview with Matt Hatter the other day, and he's right. The big the enemy of all collectors is space. You know, like if there's one enemy, it's not your wife, okay? It's not your significant other.
It's not dust.
It's not your kids who are eventually going to destroy them. No, it is space. Space is the ultimate. Like, space is freaking Sauron, man. Space is the evil eye that keeps scanning the universe, trying to find you. Right there, who's that idiot? Uh, oh my god! Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This thing, like, seriously, me and my brother Dex and I, like, we I don't know if you watch the video, we could barely get this thing to the door.
Yeah.
Like, this thing was just freaking gigantic. Um, uh, my room is a mess because, like, actually we're starting to. I got to pack things up because we're moving.
Hmm.
I got to find a place. Um, but I'm utilizing it now as best as I can, and
Hmm.
that was truly a moment in time where I really did feel like, it was Christmas Day again, just like with Snake Mountain, just like with so many other things. Um, but what I love, you know what, as much as I complain about this particular situation with Super Seven, I have to thank them. I have to thank them for making dreams come true. You know what I mean? Like, nobody was doing Thundercats like properly.
Hmm.
Bandai screwed it up. Mattel screwed it up. Bandai screwed it up, right? And now it went full circle, and we're basically arguably getting the Mattel classics again. You know what I mean? Like Thundercats classics from Mattel, arguably, right? Are they as good as Mattel? No, unfortunately. Unfortunately, they are not as good as Mattel. Um, but it depends, because that slide figure is absolutely fire. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Hmm.
Whereas the I don't know which factory they're using, but whenever they do a female, it's a hit and miss, man. It's a hit and miss with the females. It's just really strange. Um, but then the first world problems come in. Then you start realizing that uh, you gotta pick your battles. I think you gotta pick your battles, because then you start getting into, oh, it's a $50 figure, no articulation, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, and then of course you say that in one breath, and then all of a sudden here comes Hasbro. And it's like, hey, we're gonna offer a $50 figure for Marvel Legends. What do you guys think? It's like, wow, where did this come from? But the reality is the toy space is shrinking, right? Like, freaking Chris Cox is like, I want to do games. I don't want Hasbro to be at the toy company. And of course, Jeff did an entire video about that. If you guys haven't seen it, relax. We're still gonna make fucking toys, okay? It's still gonna be okay. They're a fucking toy company. if they drop toys, they're kind of dead. Okay, so
Right.
I don't care if he comes from Microsoft or not. Like, eventually somebody on the board is going to tell him, get back to making fucking toys.
Chris, we need to talk,
like,
baby.
like, we pay your salary, Chris. Like, get back to making freaking toys. But at the end of the day, um, what are we looking at right now? Right, we're looking at the evolution of action figures in the market, because kids aren't playing with, kids are aging out. See, I got to be careful with that. Kids are aging out of toys faster, right? Kids play with toys. Stop saying that they don't. Kids play with toys, but they age out quicker, right? They're aging out closer to 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe even like 7 in some cases, right? Because there's these where the heck is it? These damn things. Parents, stop giving your freaking kids your phone. Okay, stop it.
Exactly.
Give them toys. It's cheaper, because this can break. Okay, they drop it. Guess what happens? That's $2,000 back. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, stop it.
Hmm.
And you know what? These kids, they'll start buying things when you're not looking. So stop it. You're wondering where that $500 bill came from. It's the freaking microtransactions because they wanted to cheat. Okay, so stop. Give your kids some toys. They will play with them. Trust me. Anyway, they're aging out faster, and now that's why it's leading Mr. freaking Cox over there to decide, hey, you know what? We need to follow the kids. So games, like, no. You're a toy company. You're not gonna don't fool yourself. You're gonna stick with toys for the foreseeable future. You're gonna try and get more games. You're gonna do Yu-Gi-Oh. You're gonna do or whatever. I know that's Konami, whatever. But you're gonna do what is it? Magic the Gathering. You're gonna do all these other things. But you're gonna come back to toys eventually, right? And if it doesn't happen that way, then they're gonna license. I mean, they're throwing around licenses like they're going out of style right now, right? I think I did a couple of videos. Hell is freezing over every other week. They're partnering up with their biggest rival, Mattel, to do freaking. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. I've never. Playmates is doing Power Rangers. Mm-hmm. You know what? Good, because Hasbro didn't know what the fuck to do with Power Rangers. Okay, Hasbro had no idea what they bought the whole property, lock, stock, and barrel, because they wanted to be a media company, mm-hmm. right? And they had no idea what to do with the damn thing. So you know what? Give it to somebody else who actually cares. Because if you're a Power Rangers collector, you were sorely disappointed when Hasbro picked it up, right? It like paint app problems, articulation problems, poor plastic issues. Like, it was just a nightmare.
Did you have a lot of issues with your Power Ranger figures?
Not particularly issues, but it was like the little things. Like if like certain paint, like a lot of people who are just diehard Ranger fans will tell you. Some of the a lot of times the paint apps were completely wrong or missing.
Oh,
right? And when
I have a whole bunch behind me, and I love those figures. But I'm not a diehard Power Ranger.
You're not a diehard. See, that's the problem, right? You're not a diehard Toku fan, right? You're not a diehard Sentai fan. So freaking dude, I'm telling you, between Hot Wheels collectors and Power Ranger figures, you like Power Rangers collectors, you gotta watch out. Those mofos are dangerous, man. They will bite you. They will literally bite you to get that action figure. I've seen it. I almost had my hand bitten off. It's not even a joke. I was in the wrong place. Hey, I was in the Jeff. Let me warn you something. Okay, I was in the wrong place in the wrong time. The Massive Universe aisle was literally next to the Hot Wheels aisle. I reached in and I was going for a Massive Universe figure. Dude, did someone not just freaking literally snipe me? Like slap the hand. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, grabbed whatever freaking Hot Wheels they could and ran to the back. I was like, dude, holy crap. And they're there at the crack of dawn, by the way. Like, they are there.
I see that. I have definitely seen that.
7 a.m. 7 a.m. they're there. And they are.
For them.
Those are vicious. Okay? You do not mess with Hot Wheels collectors, man. They will shoot you, okay? They will shoot you. They don't play. I remember I went into one store, and I was and I do, and you've seen this. I go to the skids. I mean, they're on the floor, right? So I go to the skids. I look around, and there's this guy just tearing into a skid, like, no shame. This guy's the shrink wrap's on there. He's got his.
Wow. He's going all into it.
He's literally tearing right into it. He saw himself. The Hot Wheels box with 99560, whatever the heck it was, the product code. He's tearing into this thing. It's literally in the middle of the section. He grabs it. The whole thing's teetering now, right? The employees are like, "Sir, what are you doing?" They're freaking out. He literally takes and runs to the back. Like, he freaking. I was like, okay, this guy freaking stole it. Like, I thought he stole it. I thought he literally ran out the store. Yeah. No, I start hunting, and then there's my boy. My man over here, he's literally digging through it, right, in the bin, right? And he's like, toss, no, and he finds the two that he needs. And I'm like, bro, leave some for the kids. And, I got the worst cut eye that day. It was like, dude, if looks could kill, he would have. I was like, all right,
done.
I ain't messing with Hot Wheels collectors. They're a different breed. There was a report when the Toys R Us reopened in I think it was New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, who was first in line?
You got a pretty good guess.
Who was first in line, Jeff? I fell over my chair. I fell over on my chair. I couldn't believe it. Literally, she's like, "Oh, hi, sir. How long have you been here?" "Oh, I've been here since 5:00 in the morning." And it's like, oh, okay, what are you looking for? Something for your son? No, I'm a Hot Wheels collector. I was like, oh my god, I
Of
died.
course you are.
I died. I was like, oh my god. I was like, whole nother
I like
level.
the no shame era that we're in though.
Whole
Now it's
nother
like,
level.
no, I'm not buying something for my kid. Buy it for me.
I was dying about that, and it's funny because like it's a different like we're in North America, you know, we like Black Friday is new for us in Canada, but Black Friday is a huge thing in the U.S. and you know what, that's
It
been there.
was.
Yeah, but
It was.
yeah, no, okay, yeah. I mean, like ever since the pandemic, everything's kind of whatever, right? But I mean, I saw that report where some poor kid got trampled to death. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where you're like, been there, done that. You know what I mean? In the UK, I watched this guy. I watched this guy trying to do toy hunts. The guy, my man, is like hiding his camera in his pocket. He's trying not to look at any of the kids. He's whispering to himself, and he's like, I hope nobody realizes that I'm actually in here for myself. I think that it's a really really embarrassing thing to be hunting toys, but for yourself, I have to be very very quiet. I'm like, dude, come on, just who cares, right? Who cares? But yeah, man, it's a different world out there, man. It's a different world. Here in freaking North America. Sorry, kids, get the freak out of the way. I need that toy. Just
Eat it. Video games are everyone knows that.
I can't remember who it was, but you're addicted to something when the employees at Walmart like know you by name. You know what I mean?
Wow.
when you're like, they don't watch your YouTube channel. They don't know who the fuck, but they know your name. they know who you
Not
are.
channel members. They're just like, hey, what's up, Jay?
Hey, what's going on, Maurice? I went to Toys R Us one time, and I swear to God, I walk in and you could hear it. I'm walking in, and I think I caught it on camera one time. You could literally hear the girls in the front saying, "Jay, leave some for the kids," and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "God damn it," because they know. They get to know you. You know what I mean? Like you're there so often. You're buying so much. You're buying more stuff than the kids are, right? So they just tell you out of it. It's
Because they're on to the next thing.
It's
I
just
used to have a Toys R Us really close to my job, and I would go there. So it was like in between my job and like, I was a reporter, so I would go out to these different areas, and I would just take that route to go for all these late night meetings. And like, it was here, and get lucky sometimes with some fines, but I knew the staff. Like, oh, it's your day. And it's not quite the same with the Targets here because it's like their employees are just rotating all the time, and Walmart is pretty worthless. So it's just there's so many Targets that just make the circuit, but it's not quite the same as it was when Toys R Us was still here. So I, of course, miss that so much.
Yeah, you know what? I'm concerned. I am genuinely concerned because we're at that point now where we're seeing more closures now up here, and it scares me because like I don't know what it's like. I actually I did a whole video last year, right at the end of the year, saying that one of the Toys R Us I always frequent is closing down. And I went through the whole store, and people were just commenting. It's like, "Oh my God, it's happening again." And people were like, "Oh God, that happened to mine." And it was one of those things. It was just a surreal moment, right? You're like, "This is really happening," right? So, not sure how long this is going to happen. And GameStop is on the way out too. Like not only in the U.S., here in Canada, things like the retail landscape right now, Jeff, is a scary place out there. It is a really really scary place, and I never thought I would actually think that it would be easier to buy things online. But you know what? I remember, and you probably, it wasn't that long ago, 2015, I think, 2014, 2015. I was like, up here in Canada, because I know you guys already had it. But up here in Canada, we were like, they'll never bring same day delivery service for Amazon up here. They did. You know what I mean? And it was just one of those, now you order everything on Amazon. You know what I mean? It's just that much easier. Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. It's like, why go hunting anymore? But the reality is, it's fun.
It is. It's so much more fun. I mean, it's great when you get a good deal on Walmart or Amazon, but there is something about, it's here. And like, looking around, have that thrill, because you don't really get that same thrill when it comes to the movie. But if you find it in stores, it's like, yes, it's made all this driving around worth it. And it's
even though you wasted you wasted $50 in gas to get it, but I mean seriously, it was well worth it.
Right.
It's just one of them things, you know what? You're not going to get the rush. So Amazon's a double-edged sword too, because now you're playing Russian roulette. Are you gonna, like, if you're a Mitten Box collector, you're gonna get Mitten Box? Probably not. You know what I mean? It's gonna be stepped on. It's gonna be kicked around, right? Whereas if you go to Walmart, all of a sudden you can choose. There are 3 of them on the peg. You can choose which one you want, right? This one doesn't exactly have the right kind of eyes. You want the other one, right?
Yep.
And we were. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just like, exactly, because it is. I remember Target had a bunch of the AEW Supreme Collection Britt Baker and Cody Rhodes figures on super clearance. I think they were like $40, and they were down to like $10. And they had maybe 15 Britt Baker figures, and I went through every one to find the best paint job. I was like, gosh, does every one of these figures have a lousy paint job? But, you know, if I were even just to do an in-store pickup, the Target employee would have grabbed the first one and not thought twice about it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awful. But you don't have that same, you lose the power when you're relying on somebody online to do it for you. And it's just, you know, every time I get a package in the mail, the first thing I do is, all right, let's see how this paint job is. And most of the time it works out. Like, I just got this Xandar figure, and I was like, what's up with the eyes? What's up with anything that could be a screwy paint situation? And I feel like most of the time with the Pulse or Hasbro Pulse orders, they're fine. But man, if you get a lemon, it's just like, what am I going to do now? And it's rough. And that's the whole thing where I really miss being able to rifle through the pegs on the various Toys R Us's, because here we have like, I could get to, let's see, about 8 or 10 Toys R Us's. If I just decided, like, say on my birthday, I want to go to all the Toys R Us's, I could do that and have a great day going to all these different stores. And yeah, I can kind of do that with Target, but Target isn't trying to stock like Toys R Us did back in the day. The toy aisle, the figure aisle, not as long, it's not as deep, and it's just like, oh look, this is the same stuff y'all had 2 months ago, and it's just not quite the same. So I hope Warrior Toys R Us stay open, or at least open long enough for me to take my field trip up north and go and experience the thrill of a real Toys R Us again.
Brother, if you come up here, we'll hang out, bro. Like seriously, we'll take a week and we'll just like go around all the hot spots. You know, it's gonna be it's crazy. You don't have to go that far either. I mean, like, you know, Niagara Falls, anywhere, right? But yeah, it's one of them things. And you know, in a lot of ways, that was put in danger for a little while. I mean, no plastic-free packaging for a while, right? It was the dumbest move that Hasbro could have adopted for. It only took it was like half a year, right? It pretty much went right back.
However long it was too long.
And
yeah, because swappers were having a field day with that, and it was
like everything. And you know what? Again, there was I truly believe there was so much shrink. They didn't know what to do. Like they realized really quickly. It's like this is crazy. There were also just a lot of returns and complaints, because people were just like, this is bullshit. You know what I mean? You just didn't know if you're gonna get, and if you're an inbox collector, what are you gonna do? You don't know if it's a if it's a candy bar in there. You have no idea.
People were putting wild stuff in there. Like, what is this? So yeah, it was a bad time. I'm glad they stopped, because they were relying on people being honest and just. We're not in those times. It was just wild. So yeah, I'm so glad they went back to it. They pivoted away quick enough, and it's like, thank you. That was one of those deals where it felt like feedback from the collector community and the stores really made an impact quick. And they were like, now we got
it wasn't even feedback in a lot of ways. It was just like, I ain't buying this. I am not buying this. Like, you know, like, do I really need shipwreck? No, I don't. You know what I mean? It was like, if I can, and you know what, I made a point of that. I literally put up one point. I was like, I kind of made a point of it because while I was hunting one day, I found a He-Man figure, and his eyes were like off canter, like they stamped them wrong, right? And I was like, this is just stupid. And I was like, thank God I could see this thing, right? And
Right.
I made a whole YouTube short about that. And then literally not even a week later, I found this Phobos. I think it was Phobos. I can't remember his name, but it was the Eternals. And the dude's mustache was upside down. Like I couldn't believe it. I was like, all right. And again, this was still the plastic. They had the plastic packaging, and I was like, yeah, this is exactly the reason why you need to have plastic packaging. Like I was absolutely mortified, and I was like, and you know what? It's a one in 5,000, right? Whatever, right? But you know what? It's still that one.
You don't want to be the one.
And I found two of them. You know what I mean? Like I found two.
Absolutely. Jay, I gotta run, but I wanted to give you a spotlight. Talk to everybody about what you're working on, what you're doing. So they can check out. And of course, subscribe and follow. I got Mega J Retro.
Forget about that. Subscribe to the man who actually does the hard work here. Subscribe to Jeff over here, man. You know, like seriously, Lyle's Figure Files. That's where it's at, everybody. Like seriously, that's where you got to go. But thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Of course, you know, apologies for being late. Always great to hang out with Jeffrey here on Lyle's Figure Files. What I'm working on right now, basically, tomorrow I'll be going live on Titans Talking Toys over at Titan Toys YouTube channel. If you guys haven't already, please check it out. It's actually a really good show. We talk about everything I don't talk about on Mega J Retro, which is mostly import figures and a lot of the other toy related things that happen outside of Master Universe, G.I. Joe, you know, all the other stuff that I really like. I talk about on my show. And tomorrow we're actually having a good friend of mine coming on the show, Pedro Ribeiro. He's a customizer from Brazil. No, sorry, not Brazil, Portugal.
Nice.
And he's doing some amazing work. He does restorations on Master Universe classics figures, not classics, vintage figures from all the way back in the day, and even doing like full restorations. Like he's one of the big things he did, which I think we'll showcase tomorrow, is he recreated the Horde snake puppet. So that one's like from scratch.
What time are you doing that show?
Usually we go on around 1 o'clock, but tomorrow, because fun fact. Today we got dumped with 20 centimeters of snow. So yeah, no, that is not nice. That is not nice. That is not nice. No. Jeffrey, my friend, my brother, that is not nice.
Used to the snow. For me, I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
I woke up to this morning. I mean, like that is what we woke up to. Okay, seriously, like, and that was overnight. Okay, that was overnight. Wow. Like those cars cannot move. Okay, just so you guys know, that is Canada. Okay, Canada.
Right.
Yeah. So not fun. I literally shoveled the driveway. Okay, guys, we're not getting any older. Okay, take a break. Take a break.
Take several breaks.
Stop what you do. Yeah, take several breaks. All right, grab some water. Do something else. Don't do not die. Do not have a heart attack. Okay. Yes. Understand that you are plus 40. Okay, like understand that, people. Understand. All right, we are 40 years old. Okay, just deal with it. All right.
Your audio went out, Jay.
It's the 40th anniversary of Thundercats. It's the we are plus 40. Thundercats, He-Man, they're all 40 years old already. Okay, so that means we are plus 40. Remember those facts. Okay. But not to keep Jeff too long. Please check out Titans Talking Toys on Titan Toys YouTube channel. Going to be talking to Pedro Ribeiro. We're going to be talking about Panther and how he actually looks really good. We're going to be talking about Mondo deciding to put 2 action figures that cost more than $200 in the same freaking month. And of course, I'm cutting out right now because that's my cue from Jeffrey that we got to go. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to Jeff over here at Lyle's Figure Files. It's always great. And yeah, guys, thanks for having and enjoying this wonderful snowy week that we're having here. Like,
Absolutely. Hey, Jay, so you want to stick around to see who wins this giveaway, courtesy of our guy, Austin Wallace.
I'm not,
Tonight,
I'm not
it's the
going
Jedi
nowhere.
Classified Series, Tripwire, and Roadblock.
Let's do it.
So let's do it. All right. So right now, go in to the comments. You don't have to do anything else. All you need to do is go into here and let me see here. Let me do this way. There we go. That's your hashtag Tiger Force. Go ahead and put it in, and you'll be entered automatically into this giveaway for the Tiger Force Roadblock and Tripwire. Courtesy of
Blake. Yes. No, actually, the answer is no. Not yet. So, I'm sorry to say we didn't get enough entries. So we're gonna have to read. You're talking about this one right here. We didn't get enough entries. The reality is we didn't get enough entries. So I'm gonna redo. I'm gonna restart it. What's it called? Viper. Everybody knows it as Top Gun Viper, right? It's actually the Jolly Roger. So no, we have not done that yet, but we will. Thank you for reminding me because we have to get to that. So appreciate that though. Appreciate it.
There are a few more. Let me see here. Repasse. Good with online shopping. I'm trying local stores and they're awful. That would definitely play a lot to it. If your stores aren't great, that would be a problem.
You know what? Distribution for toys has been absolutely horrendous. Adult collectibles, anyway, which is why you got to rely on like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, right? Or in the case of Jeffrey Lau, you run over to your local Ollie's to make sure that you get those clearance.
No, so you know what happened this week? I don't know if you've heard about it, but Walmart had like this crazy sale on Tuesday, I think it was, and
I
just
did
half
hear about
off
that.
so much stuff. And I did a quick video and got so, I mean, it was wild. But it was crazy because it was just all this stuff, Secret Wars, Marvel Legends, Retro Wave that they just put out, newer stuff too. It wasn't just like stuff from years back. It was wild. It was wild. When am I doing the Giant Man giveaway? Yeah, no, not doing that unless someone happens to have one to give away. I do want to get some giveaways on a Giant Man straight set of eyes. We'll do it. All right. So
you tell him, Jeff. You tell him.
My straight ahead eyes for my Giant Man. All right.
It's time. You know what though, Jeff? I will say this. They owe it to everybody to send out a new set of eyes. I mean, for fuck's sake, how hard could it be to replace those things? Seriously, probably pretty freaking hard. But at the end of the day, they owe it to everybody to get a new set of eyes.
Yeah, gotta get that out to us. And I shouldn't have to keep calling and emailing and all that stuff. All right, let's do the draw. Let's see who's gonna win this set.
We need some sound effects. Like what?
Mix it up a little bit. King Collector.
King Collector.
Congratulations, King Collector.
That's prophetic. That's prophetic. If that isn't prophetic, I don't know what it is. We're literally talking about collecting and why we're collecting.
And bam, how fitting, right?
All
right,
like said, that's prophetic. That's providence if I've ever heard it.
Absolutely. So just like it says right there, email me lylesmoviefiles@gmail.com, and we'll make sure to get you squared away with that set, the classified series, Tripwire and Roadblock from Tiger Force. Good deal. It was one away from me. It's always so close. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in as always. If any crazy news drops, if there's a $100 Marvel Legends figure that goes up for pre-order tomorrow, I'll be back. But until then, back here next week. As always, don't forget to tune in every Wednesday for Lyle's Movie Files. Make sure to tune in to Mega J Retro tomorrow and whenever he drops his videos, because he is one of the hardest working toy tubers out there and definitely worthy of your support and following. So for now, Jay, thank you, and everybody out there watching. Appreciate you all. this episode of Loudspeaker Files has been filed.